Yeah. Shit, man. I don't know how to start this shit. I know how to start it, innit? But it's just cringy. Oh, I remember cringing at myself doing it when I was on my own. Let alone when I got someone here watching me do it, bruv. Oh, watching me do it. Oh, no. Right, fuck it. All right. I think we're good to go. I think mics are all good. I think everything's all good. Right. Cool. Let's go. Ah! I might just turn your camera off for a minute, bro. No. Come back. Oh, that works actually. That works. Turn it off. It works. Turn it off quickly. Turn it off. No, because your face is still on screen anyway, so it's calm. Right. So, welcome back to Smithy Sessions with your host, me, Smithy. Thankfully, I'm not on my own this time. We are joined by a guest who isn't going to be a guest. That's when you put your camera on. It ain't going to work now. I'm about to say, it ain't going to work now, is it? Yeah, we're joined by Con, Split Conodom. Thank you very much for joining me. You are the... Oh, I was going to say yin to my yang. That's a bit cringy, isn't it? You're the... wait, let me hop over your name. Do you see it on camera? You do see it on camera. You're my Stevie White to my Jack, mate. Con was going to be a guest on the show, and he was going to be a guest every so often. However, I bounce off Con more than anyone. And it's going to make the podcast hopefully a lot better. And people in streams, they like me and Con waffling. They like me and Con talking shit. So we're going to bring it to the podcast, and hopefully... it sticks. So, just to get to know Con a little bit more, we are going to do something where we're going to ask Con a load of questions. It's going to be quickfire questions. It's going to be 22 questions to match the Smithy D22, as you can see in my name below. Are you ready?
No, but let's go.
You have no idea what these questions are, but it's fine. Some of them are easy, some of them are hard. Some of them just say first full. I'm a podcaster. Right, I'm gonna look over here because the question's over here. So, Con, what is your name, or are you known as?
Surprisingly enough, Con or a lot online split _ Conodom. And if you don't get that joke, I apologise.
Yeah, as you know, lads, this isn't a child friendly podcast. I explained that in the pilot episode. Although it was 10 months ago, so apologies for that. But views are quite good on it, so I don't mind. Where are you from? I can have basics.
By Birmingham.
By Birmingham, that's good.
And that is in England.
And how do you know me? Relationship? How did we meet?
I can't remember. Essentially, it was Twitch, but I can't remember whether it was whose channel. I'm not plugging them because we don't speak to them.
Very true.
And yeah, we just started playing games together, and it went from there. We both like things we shouldn't like. Mainly Scandinavian women.
Oh.
That's not going in, is it?
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah.
Oh no. I'm gonna lose me job. Right, lads. Right, now we're gonna go into specifics. We're gonna go favourite current video game.
Valorant.
Since we are talking about gaming together.
Yeah, it's been Valorant since pretty much it came out. Unfortunately, if you've ever come across Smithy playing Valorant, I am the reason he uses an Ares and an Odin.
Cheers to that. It's the reason why I top fragger. Favourite ever video game?
That is either Modern Warfare 2.
Nice.
Or... yeah, there's 3. It's Modern Warfare 2. Tekken... I want to say Tag Tournament 2.
2? Okay.
Or it would be SmackDown vs. Raw 07.
Nice. That's going to get on to further questions as well. Favourite sport to play? If not now, back in the past or...
And if we don't want a cliche answer, badminton and basketball.
I like badminton. I didn't know he was a badminton player.
I did multi-sport coaching, so like every sport I have to.
Oh, nice. Favorite sport to watch, whether that's going to a game or to watch on TV or whatever like that.
So, if we're actually watching the sport, football, if we're on about the overall viewing experience, women's volleyball.
Right, we'll leave that one down. Is it Scandinavian team? Charles, mate?
Anyone.
Oh, no, I've got to leave it in. Shit. All right. Favorite football team?
West Bromwich Albion.
Perfect. Favorite current footballer?
If you'd have asked me this question before the transfer window ended, it was very obvious. It was my boy Torbjorn Hagen.
Yeah, fair.
Then we sold him to Bologna. So at the minute, if I'd say someone I appreciate watching from week to week, I am quite liking Murillo at Forest still.
Fair. Very good player. Can't see him being there for much longer, I'll be honest. With Ange coming in, with Nuno going out.
I feel with that case, though, the one that's going to struggle more if Ange plays how he normally does with his high pressing attacking line would be Milenkovic, not Murillo.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Right.
Favorite footballer of all time? That's what I said. First fault. Oh, fair. Nice.
The man was just. If you never got to watch Jason Kumas, you missed out. That man should have been a lot higher than he ever did.
Where did he peak? Wigan?
Of course, Cardiff. Not very good.
Right, moving on to music. Favorite current musician? Like, if you think about Spotify right now, who would be your probably number one most listened to?
Most listened to recently, even though I wouldn't say of all time.
Not currently. Current.
Yeah, Sabrina Carpenter. Funnily enough.
Really? Okay. I can't stand her. I can't stand it might be because I do the top 10 list in Discord every week, but at that time when Espresso was in the chart and fucking she had fucking 4 different songs all in the chart at once, and I was like, dude, I've had enough of this bird. I need you to leave a little while. And she did. Thankfully she did. But now she's back.
But she's short, blonde, and she's pretty.
Okay, fair. Favorite ever musician? Like, if you was going to do a Hall of Fame, who do you reckon would be number one?
I wouldn't say he's number one in a Hall of Fame for everyone, but Ed Sheeran for me.
Yeah, fair. He's definitely up there for me. Have you got a favourite new song? Like a song that's come out recently? If we're still feeling like Sabrina Carpenter.
It wouldn't even be, if you're classing it new song, I'd say a song that's newish, that's been played a lot. As is Ed Sheeran again.
Fair. I quite like the Sapphire one. No jokes. I quite like the Sapphire one.
Yeah. You like it 1/8.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Favorite song of all time? Yeah, again, I know it's tough, but
it's tough. But again, I'm going to play into my stream favorite songs of all time and throw out either Montero or Murder on My Mind.
Millie. Yes. Okay. Right, moving on to TV. I don't know how to phrase this one. Like a newer TV series or movie that you are currently watching or have watched recently. I know you don't watch a lot of TV, but
you're asking the wrong person.
Yeah, that's why it's low down the list of questions.
So, honestly, probably the newest quote-unquote thing I watched that you could class as TV would be the Vince McMahon documentary.
Oh, yeah, but that was good, though. That was good to learn.
Yeah, but again, that's what I'm going to... Oh, yeah, I'd say that. Yeah, that probably would be... Before that, it was something you quite relate to in... Shit, what's it called? Fuck! I forgot the name of it. What?
Let's go with Scan. Is it what I think? Is that what I think it's relating? Is it what I think it's relating to?
Stalker.
Oh.
I can't think of the name of the show. It's left me completely. Really bad.
Baby Reindeer.
That's the one.
Baby Reindeer.
So literally, the last 2 things I've watched have been Baby Reindeer and the Vince McMahon documentary.
Fair. You know, mate, for someone that watches TV a lot, I've not seen Baby Reindeer. I've seen the Vince McMahon documentary, but
You lived it.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Right. So, but anyway, moving on. Favorite TV series of all time.
There's a few. I'm going to check out Friends for nostalgia. Grew up watching Friends. Game of Thrones because Game of Thrones.
What one though? Pick one for now. Pick one for now because we're going to go on to that sort of stuff later.
You wanker. Yeah, Game of Thrones then.
Fair. You know, that's another thing actually. I didn't actually watch Game of Thrones until the last season, and I caught up with everything just before the last season. I was well out of the loop with it.
I did something similar. I watched season 1, got bored of season 1, stopped watching it.
I thought it was the best season.
No, I just got bored. Yeah. And again, I don't watch TV a lot, and then it got to the stage of where it was nearly finishing, not the final season, but the one before, about halfway through. And everyone was like, it's getting really good. And I'm like, okay. And just binged watched everything.
Favourite movie of all time?
Now that is a very difficult question. Because I couldn't tell you the last time I watched a film. So
no, but like nostalgia or anything.
I'm just going to throw out one that you could probably see just about. Stitch, certainly love Stitch.
Fair. New one? We can swear on here, mate. Fuck no.
That would Stitch when I eventually watch it.
Oh, you ain't seen the new one?
I haven't even seen.
Oh, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good at all.
I know. I'm still annoyed that the tourist that a bit sunburns now a native. Nothing wrong with being a native.
It don't fit the vibe. Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. Favorite, and then the last one for TV to make you happy. Favorite actor of all time. Sorry, actor or actress. Sorry, I should say. But yeah, it's an actor.
Stephen Gray. If we're saying actress as well, then I'm going to throw Margot Robbie just because I like them small, blonde, and pretty, as we've mentioned already.
We have mentioned that already. Right. Favorite. Moving over to the last part of the podcast, which will be wrestling. Favorite current or active wrestler.
Current. I'm going to say because it's just a menace. Bron Breakker.
Fail. More than Jacob.
You know what? No, he's actually probably my third. Dom Jacob Bron.
Dom. Fair. Very fair.
I completely forgot Dom for a minute, and then I remembered how much of a sleazebag he is, and I love it.
He also likes them small, blonde.
Can't wait to sing with Alexa Bliss.
Favorite wrestler of all time?
Is it really bad? But it's his dad.
What, Ray? No, of course not.
Ray? Yeah, no, it's Ray, but even though it's Dom and like, Ray's a deadbeat, I was a stupid child. I'm really sorry, Dom. I'm sorry. That,
and favourite wrestling match of all time?
Yeah. So, my favourite wrestling match of all time is a little known classic from 2012.
You're going to say we'll see?
It's the Divas Championship match. It is Layla versus Eve. I'm fucking joking. That match was awful.
I don't remember that, mate.
It was so bad. It was so bad. Oh my god! It was one of the worst matches I've ever seen. If you're going to go for an actual one,
we're going to get to that match in 2012, mate. Don't worry. We're gonna get there.
Oh, I know. But for personal reasons, it was one of my favourites at the time. The Rumble. Ray winning 06.
06, nice. I actually watched that. I think I either had it on like a it's probably video at that fucking point. Maybe. And I literally remember like Ray, Triple H, Psychosis came out third. You had fucking like it's like a core memory that's just in my head. Psychosis. Why the fuck do I remember Psychosis? Like. You know,
quickly, while we're talking about here and wrestlers, can we just go on a tangent of how bad some of the gimmicks were for certain wrestlers?
In 06 or back in the day?
Anytime Vince had it.
Oh, yeah, true.
You had the Mexicans coming out on a lawnmower.
Yeah. Do you remember when Chavo Guerrero was Dolph Ziggler was Chavo Guerrero's Kerwin White?
No, wait. Yeah, Kerwin White on middle class American. White, you get a Mexican to play that. Granted, he was a pretty white Mexican.
Yeah.
But still.
And 22nd question, nice and easy. Where can people find you online?
Stay away. Leave me alone. Occasionally I do stream on Twitch. Again, I'm linked on Smithy's channel. If you click on his, you'll see mine. Other than that, you'll see me in Smithy's chat. And sure, follow me on Instagram.
There you go. And it's all split _condom.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Sorted. So obviously, we're not going to do that every podcast. That is done now. That is the questions done. I ain't going to ask you that every time, don't you worry. If we do ever get a guest on, we'll do it with them as well. Just quickly go through it. And I might even remove some of the questions because you struggle with TV, other people are going to struggle with other bits. So I'll sort it out.
No, you keep them. God luck to anyone else got to talk about the rest of it.
Yeah, true. Very true. Very true. Usually Undertaker, Hulk Hogan.
The one, which one? The one where we threw him over the rope.
Fair. Very fair. Yeah, so first of all, I probably should apologise to Con and to the audience as there has been no podcast for 10 months. I've actually got written down here in my notes a lot going on, yappa. So that's exactly what I'm going to say. It was a lot. There has been a lot going on, personal and business and work and kids and yada, yappa. So I'm going to leave it like that. Apologies. I am hoping to get this eventually, hoping weekly, hoping bi-weekly, where we can do it, where it will be a case of, it won't be in as much detail, but that's the plan. But plans don't always stick.
I wouldn't hold your breath unless you want 5-minute podcasts.
Very true. But the thing is, though, if you stream into our streams, it's a podcast anyway. You get exactly what we do here. You get the pure waffle. You get the banter. Whatever else you want to say, you get that sort of bollocks. So yeah, and just to explain a slight change that we made to the podcast from the first episode, the combat section isn't going to be a combat section no more. It's now going to be wrestling only. Reason why I've put the MMA and the boxing within sports, just because there isn't enough that happens per week. There isn't like enough news in terms of MMA and boxing for a weekly podcast. As I said, I am trying to make it weekly. And it's no fault of Cons. Without that, no fault of Cons. It's my own fault. But that's why that's been moved into there. Plus, me and Con can talk about wrestling all day pretty much. So there'll be a lot to talk about within the wrestling section anyway. And I'm also not going to cover as many sports as initially planned, mainly due to a lack of knowledge. So I had originally on there ice hockey. I don't fucking know about ice hockey. Like, I know I can make notes on it, but then I wouldn't care. I would rather have a podcast where we talk about stuff that we actually care about and we actually know about, rather than just waffling about something for the sake of waffling.
You mentioned ice hockey, and his dog's already snoring in the background. So
can you hear us snoring?
We can. Yes.
Well, there you go. Roxy's making. Roxy, what's your favourite wrestler?
You've got them fucking dogs from the Kennel of Hell match.
Fuck's sake. Right, we have got that's a bad match, by the way. That's a really, really bad match.
It was, as we say, rough.
Right. So I was going to talk about any yeah. Oh, that's where we put in the crickets. So any achievements? That thing. I don't know why I said it like that, as if I'm actually going for an agenda. But I am. So I was going to say recently. It wasn't recently. I actually got 500 likes on a single YouTube video, which was a bit of an achievement at the time. I don't know how many likes it's on now. It's purely because of the title. It's not a good video. It's a shorts. It's a YouTube shorts where I'm playing GTA, and it's called How to Pick Up Women. I have in brackets at the end GTA 5, so it's not clickbait. It's GTA 5. It's clearly GTA 5 gameplay. The thumbnail's GTA 5. It's nothing else. But if you look at my search and you look at the 1,000 views a day I get on the video, the reason why I'm going to become YouTube partner, the reason why I'm becoming YouTube partner one day, mate, is because of that video. And I'm never changing the title. There is kids.
I don't blame you, but
there is kids in India searching that into YouTube because it tells me on there where people are searching it from. Oh, mate, I love my Indian brothers.
what you're telling me is you've put a message out in the family WhatsApp group.
Right, mate. I am an 8th Indian.
Is it still a family WhatsApp group?
Of course it is.
There you go. It's my fault there's 20k members.
And also on that video, we reached 50k. That was originally what I wrote. We've actually reached 75k now. And we're very close to 100k on the video. Very, very close to it. I think it's at 94,000. So hopefully by the time the next podcast comes in 3 to 6 months, we will be on 100k views on that video. And yeah, so as I said, this is, well, I didn't say actually, this is actually just a general Discord update as well. If you do want to be a guest on the channel, as I said in the previous video, please join the Discord. There will be a link below in the in YouTube. On Spotify, if you're on Spotify, I don't know how this podcast is on Spotify, but thank you Spotify for approving this absolute fucking mess. We'll see how long we can actually last on the platform for. We didn't last on Kick.
Give it a week.
We didn't last on Kick for that long.
Yeah, but that's because it was a dead platform.
It was dead. Unless you view bot, it's dead.
No, you did it well. You got in there. You got gifted subs by Eddie, and you left. Eddie, I'll make you
I will come back. And obviously within Discord we do a couple of things. We do I know score. We do last person standing. And I actually wrote this at the end of last season, where I actually wrote in there, "Congrats to Alex for the win on I know score. Congrats to Shaka on the win, last man standing." I have sent the money over already. They're aware of this. I asked them for it straight afterwards. So there is cash prizes for it. It's free to enter. Yada yada. If you do want to join, feel free to join. But also be active in Discord. Don't be a cunt. That's basically the rules of Discord. Get along with everyone. Try to, anyway. People in my Discord don't get along anyway. But try and get along. If you don't like each other, don't talk to each other. It's very simple. Right, so jumping into the first section of the podcast. So just a little, what's the word I'm thinking of? A little recap from the last podcast. We will be going through 4 different sections of the podcast. That will be the main thing. It will be sports, it will be music, it will be TV, and it will be wrestling. And each of the first few podcasts, at first 20, will be going through the years. So I've gone up to 1996. We're going to be doing a podcast this time on the year, if you don't mind me saying, year Con was born. Year Con was brought to the earth in 1997. And yes, I did stop at 1996 because that's the year that I was brought into the earth. Yes, yes, yes. So I've actually wrote in the general sports chat here in my little notes, what have we missed in the last 6 months? However, it's now what have we missed in the last 10 months? So this is what I mean by... Yeah, to be fair, I've actually got notes here in regards to football. I've got notes from the beginning of the season last year. And since then, the season's finished. And then we've started a new season, which we're not going to delve too much into, I hope. I've actually got some notes before we jump into football, because that will be a lot of the podcast. I'm just going to do a few notes about a few other sports. So I wrote on here, we've got the NFL. We had the Super Bowl at the beginning of the year. I did write down the Philadelphia Eagles beat Kansas City Chiefs, but who the fuck remembers that? Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar was the star of the show. The Super halftime show obviously is always a big deal. I normally couldn't give a shit. However,
I don't like Drake.
I don't like Drake.
Some of his early music, yeah, I could get down, but I'm not a big fan of Drake.
I don't like Drake. I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan of Drake. So when Kendrick came out and that "Hey Drake" to the camera was fucking immense. No, fair play. In all fairness though, since probably about 4 weeks afterwards, maybe 6 weeks afterwards, when he drops out the charts, and then the news sort of died down. So it was like that was a big deal that happened, but then nothing came from it. Probably shouldn't be talking about it too much, since we're not talking about the music section. We're talking about the sports section. Going into boxing. So the previous podcast came out, I think it was just after Daniel Dubois beat Joshua. That's how long ago we're talking about this. Since then, I'm just going to do a little recap of it all. Josie Parker was meant to challenge Dubois. Dubois then pulled out, and Parker went on to face Martin Bakole, who was known as the most avoided heavyweight out there. And Parker knocked him out in 2 rounds. 3 rounds, maybe.
Parker's a beast.
But he's still not been given that world title chance, which is fucking mental. But yet again, that's also the reason why I've started falling out of love with boxing. The politics is just too much. I can't.
It's becoming more... They're kind of turning it into WWE in a way, and I don't like it.
Yeah, without a doubt.
It's not the biggest name versus the biggest name. Like, I get it, that's you want to make money, of course, but if a man has fought to earn that right, fucking give it him.
Do you know off the top of your head, mate, who is Usyk now arranged to fight? Is it Parker?
I ain't sure. I
No,
can have a quick look. off the top of my head.
he's dropped out. He's dropped out the fight because of for injury, and then he was caught dancing like a pleb.
Oh, yeah, that was Parker.
It was Parker. See,
Yeah. I remember seeing that. Yeah, we got caught dancing, even though now they've asked for his medical update.
yeah. Parker deserves it. Parker. Yeah, again, never a big fan.
Good.
Never a big fan of Parker, but he's not the face of boxing which they want, which is unfortunate because he's a fucking he's New Zealand, isn't he? But he's got that he's got them roots where he looks like a fucking warrior. Why wouldn't you want that to be the face of boxing?
Agreed. And again, the current, again, quote unquote, face of boxing is a crazy Ukrainian man that can barely speak the language.
Yeah.
Sometimes just give it someone. I mean, I didn't think I'd like Usyk as much as a character as I did.
Yeah.
And he's absolutely hilarious.
I was a big fan of Vladimir Kozlov though, mate. So
Getting the wrestling party.
Santino coming out of him.
Oh, God.
Continuing on from Usyk did beat Tyson Fury in a rematch. That has also happened since the last podcast. I think it was around December time. I think that happened. I believe, unless that was a different fight, it might have been. And then Usyk actually went on to beat Daniel Dubois to become the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world again. 2-time undisputed heavyweight champion. And I don't think he's been stripped of any of them since. I don't believe so. Sticking with heavyweight boxing, just a couple of other notes I got here. I got Derek Chisora beat Otto Wallin. Hergovich beat Joe Joyce, and I think that might be the end of Joe Joyce now. I can't see him coming back. Hergovich was never a phenomenal boxer. He was always around the top rankings, but I just can't see Joe Joyce coming back now. I was never the biggest fan of him anyway.
Give it 2 years, he'll be on Misfits fighting Darren Till.
Have you? I don't like his chances. Have you? Did you see Dillian White's fight recently?
Yeah.
He looked lost.
I had a brain blank there.
He looked absolutely lost. He was so out of shape. Obviously, he got done for drugs recently. And then his return fight, he won. And then he had this fight as like his next big fighter. But he got sparked by someone that I hadn't heard of at the time. And I can't remember his name now. And Dave Allen knocked out Johnny Fisher in their rematch. What else have I got written down here? I
completely forgot that fight happened.
Yeah. That was actually one of the more recent ones as well. Going down the ranks, going to light heavyweight, Artur Beterbiev defeated Dmitry Bivol in one of my favourite boxing matches I've watched in a very long time. And I was I was on his side for the result. Everyone said Bivol won, but I thought Beterbiev won. But that's another discussion for another day. But they did have a rematch, and Dmitry actually won the rematch. And yet again, I thought Dmitry won the rematch. So, and he took all of his titles back. But that is also that he is now the undisputed light heavyweight champion. Fabio Wardley beat Fraser Clark. Chris Eubank Jr. Conor Benn. Good match.
Again,
looks like a rematch is coming inbound, but
fuck all that. The storyline with Eubank and his dad.
The speaking of wrestling, that the walk out from the car, immense. All you need
that was
bit of music in the background. That would have been fucking amazing. That would have been really good. Women's, we've got Katie Taylor beating Amanda Serrano again. I think they've fought 3 times now, and I know all 3 fights have come under scrutiny whether Katie Taylor actually won. This fight, she definitely won. I'm not sure if you watched it. It was.
No, with all due respect, I've got nothing against women's boxing. I've just never found myself watching it, so I get all my women's boxing information from Jake Paul.
Fair, yeah. Well, he's with Amanda, isn't he? Amanda Serrano. So he's the one that bitches about the result every time. Speaking of Jake Paul, actually, I've actually got him written down as well. Beat Mike Tyson. I think the less said about that is probably better. And then he went on to beat Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
Who?
Do you actually know?
Who?
Oh, okay, so his dad was really good.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, cool, fair enough. And then called out Anthony Joshua. It's one of them fights that I really want to see happen.
No.
He's fighting...
Right, because...
Who's he fighting now?
I don't want...
Yeah, so we... Jake
Paul and
Jake Paul called out Joshua, yeah.
For me, it's either going to be that Jake Paul dies,
Yeah.
And as much as some people might argue he deserves that, does he? Or Jake Paul knocks out the former golden boy in British boxing, and if that happens, I don't think I could live with myself either.
Could you see that being a possibility?
I've said this. The thing with Jake Paul is, whether or not it's legitimate. People have made them arguments before. Whether or not the fights are rigged or not, I don't know. Some of them look a bit suspicious. That might be beside the point, but he keeps fucking winning.
Yeah.
Other than Tommy Fury.
Yeah.
But ultimately, if you lose to Tommy Fury, you should lose to AJ. Tommy Fury, that man this week has come out apparently lying about his 100-kilometer run, and he only did 45 of it. So,
what? Was that a Great North Run thing?
Yeah. Apparently he's been caught out, not finishing it all, from what I've seen. So, less said about that man, the better. Before a start, you cheat on Molly May.
Yeah, true. Very true. And what is she, mate? She's short. She's blonde.
Get it on a fucking t-shirt.
We've got the first podcast fucking slogan. Go on.
She's short. She's pretty.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jake Paul's agreed now to fight Gervonta Davis.
That would be a good fight.
Massive size difference again. They've said about Jake Paul towering over him. Yeah, again, Gervonta Davis ain't no slouch. That's a Mayweather Logan Paul fight. That's
for me though the fight that's interesting me the most. Did you see the end of the last Misfits event?
Oh, what? Darren Till, Carl Froch? What are we talking about?
Eddie Hall, Dylan Dennis.
Oh, okay, yeah. But they're probably gonna do MMA, don't they?
Again, I know when he's in the boxing chat, but I just hope he kills him. Because don't get me wrong, Dylan Dennis, he's quite skilled at what he does.
Yeah. But
that's Eddie's fucking hole.
Yeah, but I could easily see Dennis getting him in a choke straight away. Like he could jump on his back.
Yeah, but he could. But if he gets caught, I ain't being funny. I don't care who you are. If you get caught by a man of that size, you're done for.
Yeah,
it's like the WMD from the Big Show.
Yeah, true. But yeah, again, Big Show fought Floyd Mayweather.
Fair. Floyd Mayweather did break his nose. So.
Did you know about that story? We'll talk about that anyway. Do you know about that story?
Yeah.
Where Big Show he said to him, the Big Show he said to him, he was like, "Punch me." He's like, "Punch me as hard as you can." He went, "But run." He was like, "Punch me as hard as you can, but run." He goes, "Because I can't catch you." That was at No Way Out. No Way Out. Yeah, No Way Out.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, 21 was the final. I think. That was ridiculous.
Oh,
Big Show's been in some awful fucking.
It's Mania, mate. It's Mania and Big Show. Yeah. That's what he's known for, mate. Absolute shitters.
Akibono, like
Hall of Fame.
He came out as Rikishi.
Yeah.
And then now when I look at AEW and they bring out motherfucking Paul White, and I'm like, I've seen that man in a diaper.
Yeah.
I've seen that man get hit by Floyd Mayweather. I've seen him as Captain Insano.
Yeah, twice.
Banging film. Banging film, by the way.
Really good film. Right, but that's pretty much all I got for the boxing. Other than I got Darren Till knocked out Anthony Taylor in his debut, which I thought was quite shocking. Anthony Taylor was a good boxer, but Darren Till since then as well won 3 fights in a row. Most recently beating Luke Rockhold in a very one-sided fight, and that knockout was. You could tell rude. He didn't belong in there with Darren Till. He should have had a fight beforehand, but yet again, UFC fighter thinks that they can come in and box him. So
fucking go, man.
Yeah. Right, I've got.
Night out in Liverpool.
Sorry.
Night out in Liverpool.
Yeah. I've got a little bit of darts. I know you don't care about darts. So I'm just going to say Luke Littler won the World Darts Champion, beating Michael Van Gogh in the final, and then Luke Humphries beat Luke Littler to win the Premier League final. Pretty much what I got. They then went on to together in the World Cup where they play in duos, and they fucked it straight away. They were awful. The two best darts players in the world couldn't play together. What a shock. I'm going to skip over the football for 1 second because there's loads on now. F1, something that you're more interested in. This was actually, mate, the last podcast was actually before Verstappen won his 4th straight F1 title.
We just leave it there and not talk about this season, please.
I don't know nothing about this season, mate. I'll be honest. I don't know nothing about it yet. I don't follow F1, so I have no idea.
For anyone that's a Lando fan, fucking great season. For anyone that's a Max fan, it's not going great.
What are you?
I'm actually sure it's been a hot minute since I checked tables, but it's one of them where he's doing the best he can with the vehicle he's got.
Okay.
And again, I am also new-ish into F1, like a couple of years, previous partners, and then I've got me into it, and I enjoy it. But I'm more fell in love with the fact, again, I like a shithouse.
Fair.
So I like someone that just comes, he causes mayhem and he's funny, and if that's not Max Verstappen, I don't know what is.
Very true.
So the fact that he was so obnoxiously winning everything, and I can't stand Lewis Hamilton. I could never stand Lewis Hamilton. It might be because he got Nicole Scherzinger. She's not young, but blonde.
I've got a little bit for golf. Yeah, again, I don't watch golf, but I'll just put down a few notes. Rory McIlroy won the Masters. Scotty Scheffler won the Open. But yeah, again, I don't really care. I like playing golf. Don't like watching it. Yada yada. MMA, I've got written down. Sorry.
How'd Happy Gilmore get on?
He didn't play this year, mate. No, he didn't play this year.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I know. His nan died. Right, MMA.
You just spoiled the new film.
She died in the first one, didn't she? Oh no, she was on a home. Oh no, she was on a home. Oh yeah, no, she does die. She does die. Yeah, she's dead. Yeah, she's dead.
To be fair, I don't watch films, and I won't complain.
My nan's dead. Right. Anyway, yeah. So I'll put it.
My daddy's dead. I shouldn't say that on YouTube, but yeah.
My nan's not even dead. That's the thing as well.
I know.
I'll put down briefly for MMA. UFC 306 to 314 happened. Probably a few more have happened by now. Yeah, again, I don't follow MMA as much as what I used to. I've got down here Francis Ngannou returned to MMA. He went to PFL Super Fights and obviously dominated. Fought a guy called Renan Ferreira, who I've actually never heard of, but I've got it written down, so it must be true. John Jones beat I can't remember. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Stipe Miocic.
Stipe Miocic. Anyway.
To retain the heavyweight title, and then he announced his retirement straight afterwards. That's Stipe, not John Jones, who actually later retired, arguably to avoid facing Tom Aspinall.
I mean,
I know.
I know. He looks like he's scared, but he can't be scared because it's John motherfucking Jones.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it looks like the last time I looked, he unretired, even though he's already relinquished his world title.
Yeah.
And he's now in talks, but I'm not sure if anything's been announced. I haven't looked too much into it. Rugby. Oh, you still got something? Sorry, go on.
Oh yeah, I was going to say the only fight that I'd be looking forward to at the minute for the MMA world is that Pimblett versus Taporia fight if it happens.
Yeah, I got down Pimblett beat Michael Chandler, which was quite a shock at the time, but also Michael Chandler's on his way out, so.
Yeah, and Pimblett can fucking go.
Yeah. And then a brief thing, yet again, rugby and tennis. I've got France won the Six Nations. And Carlos Alcaraz won the French Open. Do you know who Carlos Alcaraz is in tennis?
I've heard of him. Do I watch tennis? No.
There you go. There's my answer. I was like, where the fuck's Federer gone? Where's Nadal gone? Where's Djokovic gone? Where's Murray gone? There was like, Murray manages Djokovic. I'm like, 1 minute. What? Slow down.
Oh, okay.
Not anymore.
Oh, okay. Fuck knows. But when you first you said Carlos Alcaraz, I thought you was going to say, weren't you on loan to Everton last season? But no, yeah. I saw it was a tennis thing the other day, and it was the USA one that's just on the US Open, is he?
Okay.
Whichever one it was. And the two people in the final apparently have gone against each other a few times.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like, who? It's Alcaraz, and I think it's Sinner or Simmer, something like that. I think he's an Australian
like that. None of clue. I was just like, yeah, I ain't got a clue. And all I can say about the rugby at the minute is England shit, British Lions are shit, but Wales are even worse.
Yeah. Do you want to say hi to anyone at this point? Now, football. So this is where obviously a lot of our knowledge is going to come into it. We're actually going to talk about stuff that we actually care about. So, unfortunately, my first note on here, mate, from the last podcast went out, was Ten Hag got sacked. And Ruben Amorim has been brought into Manchester United. This was when Ruben Amorim had just left Sporting Lisbon, who was undefeated, I believe, in about 10, 11 games. And he'd left them to join Manchester United to change them around. Has he done that?
Jesus. he's changed around, but what he's done is he's took the shit from the toilet and just moved it to a different toilet.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same problems. Don't get me wrong. Just some fantastic things happened this summer. I think Cunha is a very smart signing.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mbuemo is a smart signing. Dorgo, I fucking love Patrick Dorgo. Like, I've liked that man. He was playing for Lecce and I fucking enjoyed him. But then I'm looking at some of the shit and I'm like, McTominay leaving, big mistake. 3 at the back doesn't seem to work. Ahmad's not a right wing back.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And whether it was Rubin's choice or whether it was Sergio Ratcliffe's choice, my boy Rasmus is now playing in Italy. And I just want to point out the second he's left United, he scored. So fuck you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
However, he has got McTominay and Fernandes playing behind him.
Yeah, true.
Not Fernandes, fucking De Bruyne. De Bruyne and.
But again, it weren't even. It's good for Denmark, mate. It weren't even for Napoli.
Oh no,
So,
yeah.
That's a bit different. He's got Patrick Emile Højbjerg behind him. Not quite the same.
No, not quite the same. I then got Barcelona beat Real Madrid 4-0 at the Bernabeu, but yet again, this is last season, so I'm not going to go too much into that. The next question I had, mate, which is on now, is should Lopetegui be sacked? And I wrote, ... easy answer, ... yes. And he was sacked. And we brought in Potter. And people say, by the way, lads, just to answer the quickfire question, I'm a West Ham fan, in case you haven't guessed. So, Potter, getting rid of Moyes, I still stand by. I still think we should have got rid of Moyes. Just like England with Southgate, we should have got rid of Southgate. It was too much of the same thing over and over again. And Moyes got found out. Just like Southgate kept getting found out. He has one play style, and once that play style was found out, it was done. We needed someone new. What we didn't need was a Wolves reject. What we didn't need was some... In no fairness, he done quite good at Wolves. He actually got let go of Wolves probably too early. But he wasn't what we needed. What we needed when Moyes left was a Potter. Was someone like that. Potter's now come in. Not been given funds originally. This summer's completely different. If he fucks up now, which he hasn't had the greatest start of the season, to the point where Forest lost to us and they went, fucking hell, you lost to West Ham, Nuno's gone. That's yeah, there's obviously more factors.
And his Greek, Mr. Marinakis.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Marinakis. Me and my family love you. Please don't hurt us. Made a wise decision. Nuno did what he can for Forest.
But he got him Europe,
as far as he can. Yeah, but that's Nuno. He can get a team from there to maybe Europe. He did it with Wolves.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Wouldn't surprise me, Nuno going back to Wolves.
Yeah, true. Yeah. They got they're bottom of the league still in there at the moment. I know it's only 3 games in, but I think they're bottom of the league. Scoring 1 goal, maybe.
I mean, their biggest thing was keeping Strand Larsen.
Yeah, which they did, which was good. But losing Cunha, losing 8 Nuri, it's big. It's big.
Yeah,
and have they replaced? No, not really. They've tried to. They've got a lot of money sitting there, which they haven't used. Like, I know they spent quite a bit on Strand Larsen, didn't they? Because they loaned him last year and then actually bought him in a summer.
It was only like 20 odd million.
That's what I mean. They've got a lot sitting there. They've got a lot sitting there still.
So I mean, it depends on what they do. Because again, I'm not privy to exactly how Wolves are spending with the wage turnover and things like that. But I imagine with some of the players, it might have been quite high.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I've got Rodri on the Ballon d'Or over Vinicius Junior. Obviously, Rodri had a good year. He so that would have been 2024. So that would have been the Euros year. City win the league in 2024. They did.
Champions League.
Was that the year? Was that treble year?
It's Champions League. You won it, didn't they?
So
surely.
Because they won the treble that year. They won the Champions League.
Yeah, Liverpool won it 24-25. It was 23-24.
Did they win the treble? I sure they won the treble.
Did they? Hold on.
I think so.
You got me questioning it now.
Did they win the FA Cup that year? Because that's the treble, isn't it? Like FA Cup 2024. No,
23. Did Man City win it then?
23, 24. They lost to Man United. Oh no, they didn't win a treble. Wow.
Oh no, City won it 22-23. My bad.
So
It was 23-24 was Real Madrid winning it against Dortmund, and 24-24 was PSG, wasn't it?
yes, yes, but obviously Rodri would have won the Ballon d'Or before PSG won the Champions League. So it'd have been the year before that. So it'd been the year Real Madrid won it. So that's probably why Vinicius Junior got his knickers in a twist.
Mm.
But yeah, I at the time, I don't remember why now. I'm thinking about that, but at the time, I definitely thought Rodri deserved it over Vinicius. Yeah, again, it's a DM winning it rather than an attacker, but still, Van Dijk should have won it that year when Liverpool won everything, and he didn't probably because he's a defender. But
Yeah, maybe. But
is that?
then the arguments are always why Cannavaro won it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I will say that as well. When we get to the Hall of Fame, originally I included the reasons for people entering the Hall of Fame. So the way I've done the Sports Hall of Fame is you have to have won a trophy. But I've not done it now for an award given to you. So I've not done it. So if you won a Ballon d'Or, that doesn't mean you can go in the Hall of Fame because that is a voted choice by people. It's not actually what you've done. So if you've won the league, you've won the league. If you've been voted the Ballon d'Or winner, that is people voting for the Ballon d'Or winner. And a lot of the time, it's people's favourites. Think about the team of the year, yearly, when Messi and Ronaldo were in the league, it was full La Liga. They might not have won the Champions League, they might not have won much. It was still La Liga. So I've not included that.
Check whether something like goal of the season for like a championship team can count.
Well, once we get into past the years, I'm going to take suggestions for who you would like in the Hall of Fame. Stuff like that.
Thank you, because I've got no big people I like. Fuck you all.
Now, the next thing was written 9 months ago.
Oh no.
However, there's more news within the last couple of days. My words are exactly, David Coote is a naughty.
I haven't seen the update.
Okay. So what we know, what we know, he called Klopp a cunt.
Yeah.
And he did coke.
Fair.
That was what he was banned for, and yada yada.
A normal human being.
Okay, let's stop there. He has been caught. I think the wording. Let me actually get the exact wording up, mate, just so I don't catch myself.
Is he a nonce?
Yes. David Coote. Right. 9 hours ago, sacked ref accused of making indecent images of child. 9 hours ago. That's the latest update with it. If I go on to Sky Sports quickly, David Coote, former Premier League referee, charged with making an indecent video of a child. So, yes. So everything about, because I don't think he necessarily should have been sacked originally, but obviously this news wasn't out there. Yeah.
But did the FA know that?
That's what I'm thinking. Why keep that sort of shit from us? Why keep that sort of shit? Why ban him for calling Klopp a cunt? Because now you've got loads of people online. Luckily, I don't post shit online. But luckily, you've got a load of people online saying, why would you sack him for this? He's calling Klopp a cunt behind closed doors. He ain't done it to his face. He's said it to a friend who's videoed it and then put it on the internet.
Yeah,
why is he been sacked for that?
I can get him getting suspended or fired for using drugs. Like, it's elite level sports. That's fair enough. For calling that him a cunt, realistically, it should have been a fine.
Yeah.
Again, another suspension. For being a nonce, death penalty.
Yeah, without a doubt. So sorry about that, mate. Sorry for bringing that news to your face. Live on the podcast. There you go. Yeah,
I generally did not know.
Literally today it's come out. So there you go. That gives you a time frame of when this is being recorded. Right, moving on swiftly. I've got Frank Lampard became manager at commentary and got them playoffs.
I thought you were going to say he's also a nonce.
Oh no! We're gonna move on from the nonce talk.
I mean, he's got a Latin A level, so he could have been.
You never know. He's one of the favourites to take over West Ham if we do get rid of Potter, which I'm not sure our fan base is gonna take that.
I wouldn't want it. Look, he did. Derby, you did all right.
Yep.
But again, you've got Fikayo Tomori and
Mm-hmm.
Mason Mount.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be fine. Chelsea, considering he had not a lot of money
Yeah.
because of the embargoes, he did okay. Everton, less of the better.
Less of the better.
And Coventry's doing well. I personally would like to leave Coventry because Coventry are doing quite well normally in the league, so that would be good.
Mm.
But you need better. Like
he's a championship. He's a championship manager. He's a championship manager.
If I'm West Ham now, there's only one person I'd be looking at, and he's pushing 70. He's just had a spell in Turkey.
Oh, Mourinho. Yeah.
That would be the only person I'll be sniffing at. Mourinho said when he's done in Turkey, he wants to come back to a mid-Premier League team.
Yeah.
Granted,
not in Europe.
Yeah. At the minute, but you're perfect, and you've still got that pedigree of recently winning a European trophy.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You'd love that. You'd love to win that trophy.
I would. I'm a West Ham fan. I'd like anything.
You like playoffs.
But, we're getting automatically promoted. Always in Price carrying us. God. Give us a season in the Premier League. We've always at Price, and I guarantee you 50, 60 million pound offers are coming through him. That boy's different. He's recently, international breaks are going on this as we speak. He scored again. He's now officially Northern Ireland.
Okay.
He is Northern Ireland's youngest ever international to score 10 goals.
Wow, fair enough.
Hands off. Scouts, fuck you.
I've got written down here a few of the winning the winners. I've got Bayern won Bundesliga, shock. Barcelona won La Liga, Napoli won Serie A, which I'd say shocking, but have you seen Juventus now? You've seen AC Milan now? They're not what they were. Liverpool won the Prem. PSG.
That was a shock.
Yeah, it was. The fact that City did so bad, the fact that City was so off it, the fact that it was a 2-horse race between Arsenal and Liverpool until it wasn't.
And again, as much as people will say you look at the quality of players and it was a Klopp squad, it's still a new manager in his first season in the Premier League. And I'll be honest, I don't watch a lot of Dutch football, but Feyenoord are,
they're not slouches.
Something,
but they're not phenomenal as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, let's see what he can do, and he shocked the fuck out of me.
Yeah, definitely. I'd probably arguably say that I had barely heard of him. Other than Football Manager, I'd barely heard of Arne Slot before he joined Liverpool. And I've got PSG won both Ligue 1 and the UCL, which yet again says to me at the start of the season PSG are going to win Champions League. I think you're fucking crazy. But watching them, fair play.
Unbelievable.
Fair play.
Desiree Doué, stupid.
And that final as well.
That's stupid.
That final as well.
5-0.
5-0. Absolutely stupid. And Inter Milan weren't no slouches. Did they beat Barca? They beat Barca. They beat Barca in the semis. The game that just spilled goals. But literally every single time Barcelona scored, Inter scored. Every time Barcelona scored, Inter scored. And then I thought the final was going to be exactly the same. And then PSG scored. And they scored again. They scored again.
You got it wrong, mate. You got it wrong now. Because, again, we've got to put our hands together for the Water Trophy, the 2 Declan Rice free kicks. Water Trophy.
That's 105 million free kicks right there, mate.
Mate, incredible fucking free kicks. But at that moment when they're saying we're going to win it all, yeah, fair enough, you beat Real Madrid, but when you're relying on Declan Rice to win your games at free kicks.
Yeah. I've then got Spurs United Europa final, and I've got underneath Spurs won a trophy in capital letters, by the way. Spurs won a trophy. Fair play to them, but yet again, watching that final, it weren't quite the fucking PSG final. Holy shit, it was the most boring, fucking shitty final I've ever watched in my life.
It was 2 middle bottom half Prem teams going at it.
Wasn't it at the time? Wasn't it 16th, 17th at the time? And then Man United won their last game of the season, so they finished 15th.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And do you know what? Again, I was even fine with that until Ange came out. And again, Ange's whole thing was, I always win something in my second season. Fair enough. And then when he comes out afterwards, says, well, if you ever like TV and movies, the third series is always better than the second. I'm thinking, oh, fuck off. Who the fuck like Toy Story 3?
like Toy Story 3.
David Coo probably loves Toy Story 3.
Okay. I don't like you saying that just after me saying that, mate. Well, cool. All right. I was got Chelsea won the Conference League, but yet again, Chelsea in the Conference League. Chelsea should win the Conference League. Chelsea's second team should win the Conference League. And they made it look easy in the final. I think they won 4-1 in the final against Real Betis, and yet again, Real Betis weren't that bad until the final.
Yeah, but again, their main player that season was Anthony, so less said about that, the better.
They had Pablo Fornals. They had Adrian in goal.
The only thing I've heard about Pablo Fornals recently was him getting in a fight.
Hector Bellerin. Yeah. And then a bit about England. England won the Euros under 21s, and England women won the Euros again. I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch any of the tournament almost as much as what I should have done. I watched both.
David Coo, the
Fucking hell, what the under 21s, mate? Right.
Oh, sorry, under 21s. I thought you said under 12s.
No. Your dyslexia coming through, mate. Crystal Palace, Crystal Palace won the FA Cup and still didn't get Europa League.
It's Maranakis. I'm not saying anything, man. I'm not. I live too close to Nottingham.
Yeah, very fair, very fair. And then past that, I've got a lot of transfer business, a lot of transfer news, a lot of this, a lot of that. I'm not going to dwell on this too long because I want this to be a happy podcast. Jota, obviously, did pass away just after the season finished. Spoke about it briefly in the Discord. I don't know what to say. But, yeah, horrible situation. And I just thought I'd mention it just because it's on my notes. And it's happened in the last 10 months. But, yeah. Condolences, of course. And his brother, of course, as well. We'll just mention that.
Andre and Diogo.
Now, transfer business. So, I've got Semenyo, who you love because of FPL. Semenyo signed a new deal at Bournemouth, which I thought at the beginning, because that happened before the window even really opened, and I thought, crazy bastard. Because I thought Bournemouth have already started losing their back lines. Zavagni was already going to join PSG. Hoyston was already going to join Real Madrid, and Semenyo's gone, fuck it, I'm going to stick around. And I thought, you absolute nutter. But, fair play, started the season really well. Really well. 2 goals against Liverpool, wasn't it?
I mean, he had added influence for them 2 goals.
Oh, from the crowd, you saw that?
Yeah. Though, if we're going to address it, we might as well address everything about that situation. Absolutely abhorrent situation again.
Yeah.
But what a fucking answer!
Oh, without a doubt. It was a fuck you, you racist. I can't say the next word actually. You racist cunt. I was going to put another word in the middle of it based on his appearance. Fuck you, you racist cunt. yeah, exactly. Wheel yourself away, mate. But yeah, great fucking player. He's not. I can't see him sticking around Bournemouth for the 5 years that he signed for. But what a player, amazing player.
I see him at Spurs. I don't know why. I see him at Spurs.
I can see him at Spurs. Hopefully when Kudus breaks his leg. Next one.
Wrong side. Kudus left, and he's right. So if anything, it'll be Brennan Johnson.
Kudus was right for us. Is he playing left for Spurs? He was right. Kudus was right for us. Yeah.
No, Bowen was right.
Bowen was up front.
Oh, when you played him up front, fair enough. Because I normally Bowen's on your right, I know.
Bowen was attacked the whole last season, mate, because Fulkrug was dead. Fulkrug was dead, and Antonio got in a car crash.
what type of fucking, like, magic spell have you put on Fulkrug?
Why?
Because that man was fucked last season, and even though half his goals ain't counted, I've just seen him popping up goal disallowed, bang down.
Yeah. He's another one of them guys that had a fucking amazing pre-season for us. And then the season started, and he's not done as well, but he's still there. He's still a fucking unit.
Yeah, he's looking decent.
But the thing is, though, did you see the Forest game? Did you see anything about it?
Do I watch any West Ham games?
Is that no? Oh, fair enough. So
I'd rather watch my dad do it again, mate.
Cool. Not for kids, this podcast. So Callum Wilson came on and was Mate, he was so good. he was so good. I am not one for Callum Wilson signing for us. I thought it was a stupid idea. We got him in a good deal. Got him on a free transfer, and he's on a pay-to-play deal. He's earning nothing. Like, he's earning a little bit, but he's not earning much per week when he's not playing. And then when he plays, he's earning about 90 grand. So, fair play. He plays 10 minutes for us and gets 90 grand. But the thing is, he came on in that game and changed the game. Him, Somerville was obviously as well. Somerville played out his fucking skin when he came on.
Like a new signing,
like a brand new signing. And hopefully he stays fit, because he could actually completely change the season from the first couple of games, losing to Sunderland and Chelsea.
But you do have one of my new favourite players,
Andy Irving.
I you might be a lovely bloke, fella, but from what I've watched you play football and certain FM saves,
I love him, mate. I love him,
mate. You know how many times, Neb, if I've done a save, I'll open up the editor on FM. I'll get Andy Irving and I'll send him to the back arse of North Korea on £5 a week, because fuck you. No, you little left back. I absolutely love that lad.
The youth.
Yeah, man. Oh,
He scored for Senegal in the international break as well. So he can get the goals as well. So fucking mate, love it. And now we're going back to a back four. Hopefully he can actually start. Obviously, when we were playing a back three and he was left wing back, we were still defending more because we had to fucking defend the whole game against Chelsea and Sunderland. But yeah, no. When we went to a back four, he actually assisted Callum Wilson's goal in the Forest game. Just ran down the left, crossed it in, easy. Like the youth looks like an unbelievable player. Something close to home, speaking about West Ham, but also my old local team, Dagenham Redbridge. Andy Carroll has become part owner of Dagenham Redbridge, and he played throughout the whole of pre-season and then got injured.
it's broken, mate.
But
no, realistically, it's Andy Carroll. Like, again, let's not leave us out here too. He did have a minor spell at West Brom.
Yeah, he did.
I believe in total he played 3 games.
But you
no, I got it wrong. Tell a lie. He actually played 15 fucking games for us and scored 3.
What's he scored? He scored pretty much the same amount for us. Two spells he had with us. Two spells.
Yeah. 126 and he scored 33 both.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, fair. More than what I remember. I remember his overhead kick, but that's about as much as I remember for him. And then I'm going to run through transfer news. I've actually got something here that you might not want me to sound on the podcast due to Marinakas. So, first of all, we've got Brian Mbeumo who finally joins Man United. We've already touched on that. Rashford joins Barcelona. Ekitike gone Liverpool. Xhaka to Sunderland. Gyökeres to Arsenal. I'm not going through every single one. I'm just going through a few of the main ones. I've got written now, Isak wants to leave Newcastle. That's how long this fucking dragged on for. James Trafford joined Man City. And this bit might get bleeped. Morgan Gibbs-White gets held at knife point and magically signs a new contract.
There was no knife involved, Mr. Maranaka. It's just a wonderful club. We understand and we see the project.
That was mate, that is the stupidest fucking... Oh, you've paid his release clause. Well, you're not having him.
You know what? No.
The bollocks on that man. Fair fucking play, mate. You're a cunt, but fair play, mate. Mr. Maranakis.
What makes it even better? Mr. Maranaka turns around and goes, "Oh yeah, them and cheating. He owns 2 clubs."
Yeah,
and then goes,
Olympiacos.
Club, and then goes, "I'll have 4 players off you. Thank you very much." It's like, what the fuck?
Mate, the drugs that he's on, I want to go on him, mate.
I don't think I could live.
What else we got? We've got Luis Diaz joins Bayern, which people actually forget about. People forget that Liverpool spent a lot of money, but they made a lot of money. Nunes leaving as well for 60 million. It's fucking mental.
Felipe Coutinho leaving.
Sorry?
Coutinho leaving.
Oh, fucking hell. All right, cool. Coutinho's left. Is he still at Villa, by the way, or has he gone somewhere else now? Because I know he was loaned out a few times, wasn't he?
I don't know if it made permanent. Last time I heard he was at Vasco da Gama.
Back in Brazil. Okay. I got Danny Rowe leave Sheffield Wednesday. What was it? Day before season started.
That was sad. He's such a good manager. But to be fair, Sheffield Wednesday they were fucked. They had the season was started. They had 15 players, if that. Most of them kids. Although Pierce Charles, what a keeper.
Oh yeah, I don't know too much about him. I'll be honest. I'm not seeing too much about him.
City youth keeper. He's only like 20, and he's West Ham Wednesday's keeper.
Okay.
Yeah, Coutinho is permanently at Vasco da Gama now.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, mate, you know we now live in a world where Eric Lamela is now coaching Alexis Sanchez at Sevilla.
Oh, fuck it. Shit, yeah, I didn't even think of that. He's a coach now.
Yeah, so Sanchez joined on, I think it might have even been after no, it must have been deadline day. Joined on a free transfer to Sevilla, and Eric Lamela retired earlier on in the window and is now a coach at Sevilla. So, a bit of a weird thought, thinking that Alexis Sanchez is going to be doing Rabona this year. Like,
he might not. He might not. But no, again, there's been some stupid moves. Like, again, Bromby. I watch quite a bit of Danish football. Bromby getting Steve Cooper from left field. Yep. Absolutely ridiculous. Such a good signing. I'm thinking of other ones that have gone. We got pillaged, unfortunately. Rest in peace, Tom Fellows. You've never ruined your career at Southampton.
Are they not coming straight back up? I haven't watched them, obviously, so I don't know.
Well, they should do, in theory, but whether they actually do is a different question. They've spent the money, but so far the 13th, mate.
Okay. Can I just touch on Southampton very quickly? We did kind of sign Mateus Fernandes, 42 million on deadline day.
Yeah. So you signed Fernandes. You then gave them money for them to sign Tom Fellows off us. So swings and roundabouts.
Who else did you lose?
We lost Hegem. He went to Bologna, but it was kind of with us essentially. We went a club. Nearly went into administration and liquidation like a year and a half ago. Got the new owners in, but we inherited like 30 mils worth of debt on top of other things. So that's why we had quite a lot of changes happening. Got rid of quite a few of the Deadwood, Atisel Fellows, and Hegem for combined. I think probably looking at 20 odd mil, which ain't great, but it was enough to get our business done. We got the likes of Chris Metheny from Bournemouth for £1 million. Million for him. He got promoted to Sunderland last season. Got Nat Phillips in.
The Liverpool one. Old Liverpool one.
Yeah. 3.5 million. Again, people like that we picked up. Our only issue now, I reckon, is in goal. Like, we let Palmer go to Ipswich. Who, by the way, Ipswich. West Bromwich Albion backline and goalkeeper that can field. Alex Palmer, Darnell Furlong, Dara Roche. Who's the other one I'm forgetting? Kipre and Townsend.
They sign them all directly from you?
No.
Okay.
Furlong from
it was O'Shea from Burnley.
Yeah, and Kipre. I believe it's Kipre that signed, or was it the other one? Essentially, one's at Hull. I think Jay's at Hull.
Okay.
I've got it wrong way around. Yeah, Kipre is on loan from Reims in France
to Ipswich.
And and Hull has got a Germany.
Okay.
So it's been an interesting window for us.
Yeah. Well, deadline day was quite nice for us. We signed a guy called Sangasa, who I don't know. who he is. Signing from Monaco. He's a DM. We also got rid of Alvarez. Alvarez went on loan to Fenerbahce. So he's sort of coming in replacement for him. Fernandes signed and then played in that game against Forest, and he was unbelievable. He looks like a great player. And I thought 42 million for a guy that's just been relegated. I thought, why would we do that? But if he carries on the way he is, fair fucking play. And we also got Igor Julio from Brighton on loan, obviously with a Palace mess on deadline day.
Gay trying to get to Liverpool.
Yes. And then we're actually on to deadline day. Isak joins Liverpool. Visser joins Newcastle. Reece Nelson joins Brentford. Zinchenko joins Forest. Hincapie joins Arsenal. United signed Lamens. Højlund, Napoli, and Antony to Real Betis. Lindelof, Sancho, and Harvey Elliott all joined Villa, which they needed something because they've not started the season well. They needed something. Whether Sancho's the answer, I'll be surprised. Elliott was a lot of money, but I think he could be worth it. And Lindelof, free transfer, I think that's a no-brainer. The fact that Man United even got rid of him, I think is stupid.
I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Lindelof. Never have been.
But who have Man United got for there? They got rid of Evans. Evans is gone.
Got loads of defenders, mate. They've got so many defenders, United.
Yeah, but they've got players like
So many.
Lenny Yoro, who prefers to be a centre attacking midfielder. Like they got that sort of player. They got the Butcher.
They've got more.
Fucking mate, like the best Butcher mate was in AEW, and like I ain't dealing with it.
Yeah. But, like, again, they've got so many players that can. Again, like honestly, do you know, with these three at the back, with United, do you know who screams would be the perfect right-sided centre back?
Go on.
Wan-Bissaka.
When you touched on McTominay earlier, saying about them letting him go, I was going to mention it there. 15 million as well. That is
Ridiculous.
that is stupid. I'll take it every day of the week, but how do you let a guy like that go?
Look, yeah, granted, he's not the best, but he's fucking good enough.
Oh, he's good enough for 16th
Any-
league. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, mate. Honestly, I think generally that three at the back system, he'd be one of the best right centre back. He'd be one of the best centre backs in the league playing there.
yeah, definitely.
With the Lick and the Butcher next to him, and then eventually people like Yoro and what's his name, Godwill Kokone. He's a baller as well.
They got a few of the youngsters. Then they got is it Heaven? Is he playing as well at the minute? I think he is.
Aiden Heaven, yeah, he's you've got people like obviously Dorg who's quite young, Harry and Mass who went out on loan young. You've got Collier who's at West Brom, who's CDM. You've got that Sekou Kone who nearly died the other week. He was the one in the game. Can't remember his pre-season. It was a cup game. Who got into an injury and he got bad. He's all right.
Okay.
He's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, it weren't a great tackle.
Okay. And then a bit of City news. Edison, Fenerbahce, and Donnarumma joining City. 26 million for Donnarumma, by the way. Champions League winner, Donnarumma. Fresh off the Champions League. PSG said they didn't want him anymore, went to go with a different direction. I don't watch a lot of French football. I saw him in the Champions League. I think 26 million for a 17-year-old Donnarumma. I think that's unbelievable signing.
But I mean,
by the way, I know he's not 17.
Right.
He's just always been 17. So
yeah, I get it.
he's like Jesse Lingard.
It's one of them where, for the price, can't moan. Wages, I'd be interested to see.
Yeah, but it's
And
City, though, isn't it?
I think it, but again, it's City and it's Pep, and to me, this screams of Joe Hart's not good enough to use his feet. Let's get in Claudio Bravo, who still can't use his feet. Donnarumma's not good with his feet.
But Edison was good with his feet. Man of
That's what I'm saying.
Man of assist he got and everything.
But that's what I'm saying. Edison was the reason people loved Edison. He was an okay shot stopper and whatever, but he was the best player with the ball at his feet in goal.
Yeah.
Nothing close with what he's got now. So how's that going to work?
Onana a close second with his feet. Because he can't do fuck all with his
Yeah, but
hands.
that's in his own net.
And just finishing deadline day. I don't think there's nothing else here to really discuss. It's just Brobby and Traore went to Sunderland, which again, just Sunderland had a great window, really good window. Colin Moani joining Spurs on loan. What's that? Sorry,
That Broby deal. Let's just get the whole story behind what happened with that Broby deal.
I don't know.
Nicholas Jackson wanted to get to Bayern.
Yes, which is the next
Chelsea.
point I'm making.
Yeah. Chelsea then had the injury with Liam Delap.
Yep.
So they were calling back Jackson.
Yes.
Jackson still tried to, and his agent basically tried to force through the move on loan.
I know we're going with this.
Chelsea had to then Chelsea put back Mark Guay from Sunderland, who, you know what, played 2 games and scored a goal. Fair fucks to him.
Yeah.
Gone back to Chelsea, so Sunderland brought in Broby. And then Jackson's gone to Bayern, but unfortunately, if you've not seen recently, the director of Bayern's come out and said there is an obligation to play him, but only if he starts 40 games this season. And he's not going to be doing that.
Oh,
so he's basically come out and already said, we're not signing Jackson full time. So they've paid, 15, 16 million?
The loan fee, yeah.
At this point, why not pick up like Edin Dzeko?
Yeah.
I'm sure you could pick him up for like 5 mil.
Yeah. Akanji went to Inter. I've actually wrote here, Illing Jr., is that how you pronounce his name?
That is correct.
And Charlie Taylor, both gone to West Brom.
Both
on deadline day?
Yeah, both loans as well. Illing Jr. from Villa.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know Illing Jr., he was the lad that Juventus gave to Villa when they did the Douglas Lewis swap deal.
Mm-hmm.
Villa got Baron Chayer and him. And I believe Illing might have originally played at Bologna as well. I might have got that wrong. But again, it was quite a good one. And then obviously we needed a left back.
And then I've actually got written down as the last thing really about Atlanta anyway is Marseille went crazy. Marseille brought in Emerson from us, Aguard from us, and Matt O'Reilly from Brighton. Matt O'Reilly, I believe, was a loan. I think that's a loan.
It was.
Emerson and Aguard are both permanent. Emerson, we sold for $1 million, by the way. $1 million. $1 million. I think your cat wants to get out, mate. Last thing to do with sports that we've missed was very recent. Daniel Levy.
Yeah.
Any opinions? Any views? Any thoughts?
I mean, to me, couldn't give a fuck. Like, it's Tottenham. Smart businessman. Took worth a little bit to worth what, like 5 billion? I want to say 3 billion, something like that. And as much as he's no longer the managing director or whatever he was, he's still got his money in the club.
Yep.
He's still going to be fine.
Yep.
Hopefully, a smarter man can take it over and get him where they need to be. And again, they've got Thomas Frank, so I think they'll be doing quite well.
They'll be fine. Yeah. Done really well in the window as well. They didn't do much on deadline day, hence why I've not mentioned nothing. Only the pardon me, fucking hell. Only only the Colin Moani to Spurs on loan. But I can see that being like another Tell signing when they loaned him.
Yeah.
Like
that's what I mean. They've had quite a few good signings in the last few windows. So like
Xavi Simons.
Might not have done a lot more.
Xavi Simons, João Pellinho as well. I think João Pellinho is a great signing.
I mean, last year when they signed Bergvall and Gray, I feel like that shored up the midfield for coming years. The likes of Porro, Udogie.
Yeah.
Van der Ven's still one of my favourite signings over in a long time.
Yeah.
And I found out recently the reason he was 37 and he was quite wholesome.
Go on.
So he had a friend that he played with. I believe it was when he was a kid, and they both obviously dreamed of becoming pros together and whatever. And he passed away.
Okay.
His favourite number was 37. So when he went to Spurs and saw it was free, he's like, "I'm taking that number. So you're here with me while we've made it." Which nice. I thought was very wholesome.
Very nice.
If it's a load of shit, then apologies for giving you a load of shit. But I thought that was like,
He wants to be number 10, so we added 3 and 7 together. Oh no, that is nice though. That is nice. Right, we can move on though from the catch up because that was a lot to catch up on. And yet again, as I said with the intro of the podcast and with the questions I was asking you. Won't be every podcast. Hopefully the next podcast will be a lot sooner than 10 months. So there won't be as much to catch up on. So that section won't be as long. However, as I said, this podcast will be about 1997. And I've took a few notes about some sports that happened in 1997. A few things that happened. A few things that we care about. A few things that we don't give a shit about. And I was going to mention some names as well that could, yet again, as I said previously, people that will enter the Hall of Fame eventually. In the Smithy Sessions Hall of Fame. Smithy Sessions Hall of Fame means absolutely fuck all to everyone else. I understand this. But hopefully one day it might mean something. Hopefully. I like my list. So I like it. I like my list. So I'm going to mention some names. And these people have won something. And due to them winning something, they could make the Hall of Fame. That is what we're saying here. You saying?
No, I'm saying nothing.
Okay, cool. So just going through a few of the sports yet again that I don't really care about. We've got American football. We've got the Green Bay Packers won the Super Bowl. I've got no notes about that whatsoever. Are you a Packers fan?
To an extent, it's the team I like in American football.
Okay.
Wouldn't say I'm overly American football, but Lil Wayne made a song about him. And that is literally the whole reason I was like, you know what, I'll go for the Packers.
Con also loves lollipops. So there's no reason why.
I mean, for the right price.
Within baseball, I put the Florida Marlins won as World Series, but this is what I mean by about sports that I don't give a shit about. So yes, again, this probably won't be in the podcast going forward, but I've just wrote notes for this one. Basketball, which I like more, but yet again, can't watch it. It's on too late, and I just won't be able to follow it. Chicago Bulls won the NBA Finals, but this was when Michael Jordan was there. This is when Scottie
Talking
Pippen was
the
there.
90s.
Yeah,
Shock horror.
this is when Dennis Rodman was there. They had a good fucking
King
team.
Jong-un's best friend.
I've missed that reference.
Did you not see Dennis Rodman go to North Korea?
Did he make it back?
Yeah. He's friends with the dictator.
Yeah, but so I would be if I had a chance to be. Mr. Marinakis.
I can't even argue. I can't argue.
And earlier when I was saying earlier about I just don't give it. I'm not even sure if this was in the podcast earlier, but I said it. Ice hockey. I don't give a shit. But I have wrote Detroit Red Wings won the Stanley Cup, so well done, Detroit. F1, just 'cause I know you're into it. You're into F1 now. I put a few notes for that as well. A guy called Jackie Villeneuve. Any idea?
He's French. Well, he's French Canadian.
Well, he won the World Drivers' Championship that year. So there you go. There's a note for that.
What I will say is something you might know about him. He was previously married to Danny Minogue. No, I'm saying. No,
I know Danny Minogue. I know Danny Minogue.
That's what I'm saying. Well, yeah, he was married to Danny Minogue. I think he also did like IndyCar shit and that as well. Again,
Okay.
way before my time in F1.
Okay. Within golf, this is when Tiger Woods started becoming about. He won the Masters that year. There was a few other tournaments as well, but yet again, Davis Love the third, Justin Leonard and Ernie Els. I don't know. So I've just wrote down that they've won the 4 majors. Within golf, you've got the PGA Championship, the Masters, the Open, and the US Open. That's the only 4 championships that I'm even looking at. And if I recognise the winner, you might go in the Hall of Fame. But yeah, again, you don't care. So the tennis as well. Tennis, I've got a lot of names there, but I don't recognise many of them. You got Pete Sampras won the Australian Open and Wimbledon, and Martina Hingis also won the Australian Open and Wimbledon, but she also won the US Open as well. So she was apparently good. But yeah, again, I don't know. Looking at MMA, this was obviously when I was actually following. I was going back and watching all the first UFC events. So I actually watched UFC 1 up until UFC 11 and watched it in depth and saw it was very tournament based. So the first few UFCs were all tournament based, where it was like a full, like UFC 1 was a full tournament. I think there was 8 participants in it. I think Royce Isaacs won the whole thing. He was the only guy to actually wear a, what's it called, like the karate uniform thing. So he was easily grabbed, but yet again, once you grabbed him, you then lost because he could turn your grab into anything. He beat Ken Shamrock a few times as well.
I was going to say, yeah, my goat, Ken.
Ken Shamrock actually won. This was before this. Ken Shamrock actually won the first Super Fight Championship, which then turned into the World Championship in the UFC. But he did lose it.
This is all back when it was catch wrestling, weren't it, as well?
Yeah. So he beat Dan Severn in the UFC Super Fight Championship, the first one. Yeah, exactly.
I need to rewatch. I need to watch that. Ken Shamrock versus Dan Severn.
It was really boring, mate. Really boring fight. It was a lot of grappling, not much striking going on whatsoever. Considering it was like the first fight for the championship, for the first ever championship in UFC, it wasn't great. UFC 12 happened this year in 1997. Mark Coleman, who is someone you might be aware of, great fucking fighter, beat Dan Severn to become the first ever UFC heavyweight champion. Dan Severn actually won the Super Fight Championship after Ken Shamrock, but I'm not sure if he beat Ken Shamrock. I can't remember off the top of my head. He might have done. Randy Couture also came out this year, where he started getting more popular. UFC Japan was a big event at the end of the year. Randy Couture beat a guy called Maurice Smith. And also at UFC Japan, the first ever UFC light heavyweight champion was crowned in Frank Shamrock. He beat Kevin Jackson for the light heavyweight title at that event. But that is all I have written down for MMA. Boxing, Evander Holyfield beat Michael Moorer that year for the IBF heavyweight championship. This is when Holyfield was just on top of the world. I'm pretty sure he still had both ears at this point. He might not have done.
I was about to ask.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure he's still there at that point. Mike Tyson actually fought Holyfield in that year, but he lost. But it wasn't by DQ. He just lost the fight.
So which fight was it? They like you steer then? Was it third or second?
Yeah, that's a Google job.
No, I'm pretty sure. Was it not the second? Wouldn't it not have been this year?
By Evander Holyfield's ear.
I'm pretty sure it was that year,
It
mate.
was 97, yeah, it was. It was 97. So I wonder if that fight there...
June, Holyfield, Tyson.
Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield, 1997.
It was June, mate.
So June was
28th.
that one. Was there a third fight? Nope. Was there a first fight?
Yep.
That happened at the end of 96.
No,
End of 96 that was. No, I want to see the first fight. I don't want to see the second fight.
First fight was November 96, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not telling me anything about it.
I've got it here, mate.
Did Holyfield win?
The first fight?
Yeah, first fight.
Yeah, Holyfield, TKO, 11th round.
Okay. So, bit of history with 97 with what I have got written down. WBA heavyweight title, Holyfield held for the entire year. Was never beaten for it. Mike Tyson was the WBC heavyweight champion, and he vacated it to challenge Holyfield for the WBA heavyweight in a rematch. And by the looks of it, the reason why he vacated it to challenge it was to bite Holyfield's ear off. Lennox Lewis become bigger this year. He actually defeated Oliver McCall for the vacant WBC heavyweight from when Mike Tyson vacated it. Obviously, I'm pretty sure Mike Tyson got a pretty big ban after biting his ear off, so he didn't fight Lennox straight away for the rematch. The WBC light heavyweight was traded between Roy Jones Jr. and Montel Griffin. I think Montel Griffin won the first fight to win the title, and then Roy Jones Jr. won the rematch. The WBO super middleweight was vacated. Joe Calzaghe beat Chris Eubank. Great fight between Joe Calzaghe and Chris Eubank. Really, really good fight to watch. Again, 97. Like, if you haven't gone back to actively watch it, then you probably haven't seen it. But Joe Calzaghe, Chris Eubank, really good match, really good fight.
Talking about my favourite boxer there, that's one of the questions you missed off in the 22.
Who's that? Joe Calzaghe?
Love Joe Calzaghe.
Fair, very fair. And Oscar De La Hoya vacated the WBC super lightweight title to remain at welterweight because he weren't big enough for super lightweight in his opinion. And then he defeated Pernell Whitaker for the WBC welterweight title. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the boxing. Football-wise, do you want to have a guess, who won the Champions League that year? Beat Juventus 3-1. Beat Juventus 3-1 in the final. I'll give you a lovely clue. It starred Jurgen Kohler, Lars Ricken, and Paul Lambert.
Yeah, it's Dortmund.
Yeah, Dortmund, yeah.
No, literally, if you go back and listen to that clip, I was literally saying it weren't Dortmund, was it?
Yeah, Dortmund
was 97.
Dortmund won the Champions League. Dortmund won the Champions League, beating Juventus 3-1 in the final. Man United won the Premier League. Obviously, when Man United were just bossing the league. There's too many names to even name now. I've got a list there, but it's just too many names. Monaco won Ligue 1. They actually had Thierry Henry in the team that year, along with Fabien Barthez and Emmanuel Petit. Juve won the Serie A. Zidane, Del Piero, yada yada. Bayern Munich won the Bundesliga. I know, yet again, a shock horror. Klinsmann leading the line there for them. And Real Madrid won La Liga. Real, Hierro, Seedorf, Suka, Roberto Carlos. Real Madrid being Real Madrid. But yeah, so the names there are the ones that could potentially go into the Hall of Fame, which is the next part. So I've got a long list here of names, in which case I'm not going to go through them all. They're going to be in the Discord. If you do want to see them, feel free to come through and see them. However, next podcast, the 1998 one, will be the 1997 inductions into the Hall of Fame. So that's how we're going to do it. So basically, we're going to have the podcast. I want the viewers to go away and watch some of the shit I'm talking about. I want them to look into a few bits if they want to. If you don't want to, that's cool. Listen to us waffle about it. But then we're going to go into the next podcast, and I want your opinions. I want your views. I want to know, who do you think deserves to go in the Hall of Fame? I want it to be the best of the best. Nothing else. I have actually removed a few people from the Hall of Fame from previously, because the reasons why I put them in, on second thought, I don't think they deserved it. So, for example, Dennis Bergkamp was in, but he was in it because he done well in a Ballon d'Or. He didn't even win it. So
He
that
was in it for being Dennis Bergkamp, essentially.
Dennis Bergkamp will be in the Hall of Fame at some point. Invincible year. He will be in it at some point. Not right now.
Lauren.
Not right now. Lauren, definitely. But right now, no. And there's a lot that I've removed, but yet again, I'm not going to go into it. If you want to see the Hall of Fame, as I said, come through to Discord and you'll see it. Alright, cool. So, moving on to music. So, you're going to start off again. What have we missed in the last 10 months? A lot. First of all, first thing I wrote, Bruno Mars returned. Made a few songs. He done a song with Rose, I think her name was.
K-pop.
Yeah. Done a song with her. I can't even remember what it was. She done a song with Lady Gaga as well. Bit of a slower thing. As you can tell, lads, Con's not that into pop music. Unless it's Sabrina Carpenter, who's small, blonde and pretty. He's not
too tall.
too old, too tall.
One thing I will say about Lady Gaga is I know her music was used quite a lot in the Wednesday series.
Okay.
Still not seen that either.
I've seen the first couple of series, if there is a couple. I haven't seen a new one. The new one came out recently.
I don't know if 2 or 3's just come out. I don't know. I just know Jenna Ortega's an exception from being small and blonde. You can be small and Latina as well. Just heads up.
I've got down about releasing albums. I've got Eminem, Sabrina Carpenter, and Miles Smith, and I believe Sabrina Carpenter's actually released another album, like recently. I've also got Sabrina Carpenter and X4 on Smash the Charts because they have been just there the whole time. Gracie Adams and Chapel Roan came out of nowhere, and Gracie Adams, I liked her songs. Chapel Roan, very hit and miss, very hit and miss.
I'm not her intended audience.
No, definitely. But who is? Bots.
Yeah. Okay. Who are people for Chapel Roan? Lesbians and power bottoms.
Can you, for the audience, can you say what a power bottom is? So Christmas number 1, Wham! Actually won it with Last Christmas. That is how far back we're talking. Eurovision, I know you don't give a shit about. I love watching Eurovision because it's like X Factor when they have the shit auditions. But they hype them up as if they're good. Austria won that, so that will be in, I'm assuming, Vienna next year. Yet again, won a great song that won it. Capaldi's returned. Oh, Eurovision?
Just on Eurovision. Only thing I do know about it is that the Ireland entrant
is small,
was,
young, and
I think
pretty.
Exactly, yeah. But no, she was all right. I think she did a song about like the dog on the moon. But it was Ireland's entry. She was fit, but no, she was pretty good. No, but you said Eurovision, so I wanted to give my input.
Yeah, fair. That's about as good as we're going to get on this podcast, lads. Right, Lewis Capaldi has returned. He returned at Glasgow 2025, where a lot of shit went down. A lot of politics shit went down, which I'm not going to get into right now. Bieber's returned as well. Brought out the song Daisies, and he's actually, Friday just gone, released his album. Have you heard it?
No.
Me neither. Cool. We got the chat at the minute. It's not at the minute. It was a few weeks back. Probably even a couple of months back now. UK versus US rappers. Have you got anything to say about that? Do we agree with Drake?
I was okay with this whole thing. And what the fuck was Big Zoo doing?
Oh, going for M. Yeah.
Like, again, I loved it, but like, no. I love Big Zoo. I like his music. But you are just a chef on TV.
But I feel like
what the fuck are you doing going for Eminem?
I feel like that's him just trying to get a bit of traction, isn't it?
Yeah, but no.
Go for MGK.
No.
Go for MGK. Don't go for Eminem.
Go for Young Gravy. Like someone like that, not Eminem. Not like fucking Little T deciding, you know what, fuck it, I'm coming for you.
Yeah. Ozzy Osbourne. That's the next actual quote I got there. Next bit of business. Yeah, again, Was I the biggest fan of his music? Not at all. But the response online to him passing and the immediate jokes and the immediate shit talk. Don't know about that.
But the man, again, you might not be the biggest fan of his music. I'm not going to say I'm a massive rock and metal fan, but certainly, especially my younger years, enjoyed it. Black Sabbath and Ozzy himself changed the game.
No,
some of the best. Again, Crazy Train's still one of my favourite songs now. And with him, again, growing up from around the corner, I used to walk past the Black Sabbath Memorial pretty much every day anyway.
I'll tell you a song of his that I liked, and it was a feature he was on. It's actually Post Malone's Take What You Want.
Yeah.
That's actually that's probably one of my favourite Post Malone songs. And
another one of his that was a classic was Mr. Crowley.
I don't know what it is off the top of my head.
That's a banger. You've got Crazy Train.
I know Crazy Train. Yeah.
War Pigs will be his still Black Sabbath's most known one. Again, political as fuck, but great song.
Yeah, again, it's just shit situation. When he done his last concert, the one that raised a hell of a lot of money, that he looked like he couldn't be on stage, but fair fucking play to him. Raised a hell of a lot of money. And what was that, a week before he passed? 2 weeks maybe?
Something like that as well. And it was great to see the turnout for him.
Yeah, went out doing what he loves as well. So fuck him. Yeah. Good on him.
Just ignoring the fact he had to be strapped into his throne.
He tried to stand up.
He was strapped in. He couldn't stand up.
So completely changing the topic. Have you seen the film K-pop Demon Hunters?
Take a wild guess.
Okay, no. So I have a 7-year-old son who has friends who like anime, and he always no, they're the girls at school actually. I think they're the same audience, Chapel Roans. So he came home one day from school and said to me, "Dad, can we watch K-pop Demon Hunters?" And obviously, me, I had told him to get fucked. And then Jem put it on for him, and then walked in, and I saw the animation. I was like, "Alright, it's not proper anime. I don't like this." And I'm not saying nothing against anime. It's not my sort of thing, but fair play. I really liked it. I really liked the movie. I sat down with him and I watched the movie and I thought, you know what? Fair fucking play. Really good film. Really good movie. Nice little story. Cool. Brilliant. Music. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. And not being funny, mate. I am not on my own with this because one of the songs has been #1 for a few weeks. A few of the other songs, I think about 2 weeks ago, they had 3 songs in the top 10.
I mean, I will say I've heard a few of the songs because unfortunately certain friends like to play them on the streams. So I've heard them.
It's my DJ. It's my DJ. It's my DJ on Spotify.
There's a few, and it's like, they're not bad. But I can't see me watching that film.
It was actually good. I couldn't see myself watching that film. But you know what, mate? It wasn't bad. I don't think I'd watch it if I didn't have kids. So, yeah. Fair. But, really good film. And good music coming out of it as well. And have you heard of a lady called Olivia Dean?
Don't think so.
Oh, well, she's in the charts at the minute, mate. And she has got some very good fucking music. She's got a song out with Sam Fender at the moment called Rain Me In, which I'm not the biggest Sam Fender fan. But I actually quite like it. I actually quite like the song. And she's also released either like an EP. I think she released an EP with like a few songs on it. A couple of them made the charts. Heard a few of them. Really good. I've also wrote now, Olivia Dean comes out of nowhere. She's full on Randy Orton it. Like, yeah. I think we're gonna do a wrestling metaphor in every single part of this podcast. That's the part. I can't wait to talk about TV.
But no, it does definitely not surprise me. You're not a big Sam Fender fan, with him being a northern working class legend and you having a holiday home and heated flooring.
Look at me feet on it right now, man. Just move right. So moving on swiftly, please. To music in 1997. So in the break there, we were just talking about a few tunes from 1997. God, what was the first song that popped up in 1997?
It was Barbie Girl by Aqua.
Which, by the way, spoilers for next podcast, will be in the Hall of Fame. Because it's a fucking classic. It's a great song. Con, can you name me any of the top 5 top charting artists in 97? I know you got a little list. Pick someone from that list that you think might be on there.
Right. I'm not putting this as the list. I just want to point out that Diddy in 97 had a song called Can't Nobody Hold Me Down. I wish his victims had the same mentality. Sorry, I had to.
I was about to say, well, he went wrong. The courts didn't.
Was Boys to Men on the list?
No, not top 5.
Racist motherfuckers.
Yes, you could say that, based on the colour of everyone that's here.
Who's white? Who's white? Blur. They're white.
Blur, not quite. Nope.
Who the fuck is that?
So,
97.
top 5 charting artists in music in 1997 was Boyzone, Backstreet Boys,
Fair.
George Michael, Spice Girls, and U2. Everyone's favourite album.
You like me. You like me. There's a black one in the Spice Girls. I know.
I don't. Wait, was she the scary one? Or was that racist? No, I swear she was. Was she not?
Was she? I don't know.
Fucking
Yes,
scared.
she was. Never mind.
Oh, wow. That's bad.
Yeah, it was. I was like, oh, surely not. Okay. Yeah, no.
It was a different time. Different time. And then we got the moving swiftly on from that, we got the Hall of Fame editions, which I'm not going to go into. Certain songs that we have mentioned there, Barbie Girl will definitely be going in. There's a few Backstreet Boys on there that I'm looking at. Chumbawamba, Tom Thumping, definitely. Couple of songs on there that Diddy's in it as well. I didn't realise I put him in it. Are We Missing You? It's a banger.
Oh,
It's a banger.
Yeah.
It's a banger.
With
Faith Evans and 112. Banging song. And just below Diddy is R. Kelly. Because I Believe I Can Fly also came out that year.
No. I was going to say, are we on about in prison?
No, R. Kelly is there. Diddy's not. He escapes. Nobody held him down, remember? If we're looking at a few of the emissions, I know we were, yet again, within the break, we spoke about Bittersweet Symphony. Not one of my favourites. So it's one of them ones where it's definitely not going to be... I'm going to have a lot of people going against me regarding this situation. However, Bittersweet Symphony, it's not for me. It's not a song that I want to play daily. Barbie Girl on the other hand.
Bittersweet Symphony, it's a classic. It's always going to be a classic, but it's a very... You got to pick your moment for the song.
I've always said the difference between this Hall of Fame and an actual Hall of Fame is Bittersweet Symphony easily in a Hall of Fame. Easily. But it's a song that I want to play on stream. It's a song that I want to vibe to. It's a song that I think... And you can't do that. You can't do it. That's an intro song. If I want to play it on my stream, I'll fucking intro it. Like, it's nothing else.
But I will say that a song that will be going in the Hall of Fame, and if he doesn't, I'm slapping the shit out here, is Good Riddance by Green Day.
Yes, it is on there. Yeah, it is on there.
Good. We're not arguing about that one.
We did mention Blur earlier as well. Song 2.
Banger.
I've omitted it from the Hall of Fame. So, this is the discussions that I want. This is discussions I want because I know it's a banger. But is it something that you can listen to every day? I don't feel like it is. I feel like it's a song that you listen to once in a blue moon, and then you don't want to hear it again for another year.
No, but it's a banging song. It's a masterpiece. Like, I'd much rather listen to Song 2 and put that in the Hall of Fame than something like Around the World by Daft Punk, which again is a banger, but it's not an Hall of Fame worthy song.
Yeah, that's not in my Hall of Fame either.
That's shocking, man. You watch fucking Natalie Imbruglia Torn.
Yes, it is. Natalie Imbruglia Torn is in the Hall of Fame. Of course it is. A couple of Spice Girls emissions as well. We got Who Do You Think You Are and Spice Up Your Life. That I'm not putting in the Hall of Fame. Yet again, not my vibe. A few from Boyzone as well, not in now. There's a couple from Backstreet Boys in there, but a couple that's not. Same with people like Elton John. Coolio, See You When You Get There. That came out that year. I'll see
Not
you.
one of his best on.
Banging
It's a good
song.
one, but it's not.
But you know, that's also not in Hall of Fame. That's another song which was, it's good to listen to as a once. If it's on a playlist, I'm not gonna skip it until it plays again, and then I'm gonna skip it. And that's sort of the thinking that I'm doing. Basically, I want my playlist that I want to make eventually. I want to make an unskippable playlist. So that's my thinking with the Hall of Fame. Is that it's not gonna be a massive playlist, but I just want to never have to press skip. That's my aim with it. But we've got a long way to go because we've got a lot of fucking Elvis Presley on there and ABBA. So, which does get skipped a hell of a lot. That's the third Scandinavian reference in this podcast. Cool. TV chat. Right. So moving on to TV. Yeah. Again, this is another one where Con will come into his own in certain points, but we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. So, I'm gonna go over what I've basically watched over the last 10 months, which has been a lot. I'm not going to go into details, but in the house, yet again, I have kids. We have a Halloween movie month, and we have a Christmas movie month. So every month after school, after work, get home, we chuck a movie on. And we have a list of them, and we go through them all, and then yada yada. So Halloween movie month, we watched loads. I haven't even got a list because we had too many. Christmas movie month, yet again, the same thing. Another one if there was very much Jem's idea. Because yet again, I like a list. I don't really like Halloween movies. I don't really like Christmas movies. There's some of them I can deal with. Some of them I just can't be bothered with.
He likes any list he's not on.
David Coop. Right. So watching. So we. Right. So I'm just gonna go through a few things that I've watched, and basically I'm just gonna ask Con, have you seen it? If you haven't seen it, cool. We'll move on. If you have seen it, maybe we'll have a little discussion, but who knows? So a few movies that I've seen recently and series. Well, I'll say recently. It's been within the last 10 months. Have you seen the Menendez series, The Brothers?
Nope.
Really good watch, mate. Really good. Like, there's not a lot of things that I would actually recommend people to watch. That really fucking good. Really, really good watch.
I know a lot about the case. Well, enough about the case. TikTok, you know who he is. But yeah,
really good watch.
I heard a good thing about it.
Right, this one I'm assuming yes, quite an old movie, Scary Movie 4.
Yes.
Wasn't in the Halloween movie section, I promise you. Wasn't quite for Jesse, but he watched it. If I'm allowed to say that, he watched it, loved it, fucking loved it. He thought it was fucking hilarious, even though he probably shouldn't have loved it certain bits. And I actually found out during that movie that he knows a lot more about sex than what I realised.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something you learn as well. Joker 2.
Not seen it.
Have you seen Joker 1?
Yes.
Yeah. Joker 1 I thought was fucking sensational. Joker 2 I heard a lot of shit about it. And even what's his name, the fucking lead?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix. He apparently didn't want to do Joker 2. And wasn't really involved with the making of it. I obviously don't know, this is only what I've read. But apparently that's why it bombed. Lady Gaga wasn't great in her role. I didn't think it was a bad movie.
Okay.
I didn't think it was that bad.
She put me off. I can't say that I've got any problems with Lady Gaga, but it just put me off it.
Oh, what, her being...
Yeah.
She Harley Quinn in it? She would have been, wouldn't she?
I ain't seen the film.
That
You've watched it.
That would have been...
You tell me.
Mate, it was 10 months ago. Joker 2. The first... Tell you what, mate.
Wonder Woman.
The first thing on here, it says, is Joker 2 really that bad? That says it all. No, she wasn't. She was Lee Quinzel. 1,000 Blows? That's not what you think.
I'll be honest, mate. Since the UK porn ban, I'm not looking my holiday, so I haven't seen that one personally.
I'm 90% sure it's on Prime, and it's a boxing series, back in the day boxing series. Yet again, good watch if you got the time for it, but don't go out your way for it. Minecraft movie? Nope. Better than what I thought. We actually went cinemas because Jesse's really into Minecraft, so went to watch that. Not bad. The game Until Dawn. There's a film about it that has nothing to do with the game. Literally fuck all to do with it. There is not a single thing about the game, about the film, that is to do with the game. One of the rare games that I've actually finished, and it's got fuck all to do with it.
Not watched it.
Last of Us. You seen any series of that?
Not what? No?
Okay. Season 2 came out. Well, within since the last podcast. Really good series. Really good series. Fun Destination. Seen the new one? Okay. It's exactly like the others. This is more for me. Walking Dead. You don't watch Walking Dead, do you?
I used to.
Okay. So they've
stopped years ago.
so since Walking Dead finished on season like 11, whatever it was, which by the way, you wouldn't know, but it died before the end. You think Game of Thrones fucked it? Walking Dead fucked it. Still one of my favorite series of all time, but it was the earlier seasons that made it that. But Daryl from it has got a spin-off series, really good series. And Negan and Maggie have a spin-off series as well, and Rick and Michonne have a spin-off series. So far, so good for all of them. I'm not sure if they've all been like made in, if they're all being agreed for a season 2, but really good. Squid Game season 3. Another thing that got a lot of hate, but Squid Game is finished now, and I liked it. I liked all 3 seasons. Not normally my sort of thing, watching something in a different language. For Jesse's sake, we watched it in overdubbed English. I watched the first series in Korean with the subtitles, which I found a lot better, but I couldn't do it. I'll tell you a film that I've watched for the first time, mate, and it was for this series, for this podcast. Lion King. I've never watched it. I've never watched it until recently.
What was your mother doing raising you?
She didn't, mate. It was me nan. Yeah, no, I never watched Lion King. I've watched a lot of Disney growing up, and I never got around to watching Lion King. And I only watched it recently.
Cracking on.
I feel like it was overhyped, so I didn't like it because of the hype. It was good. It was definitely a good movie, but I didn't enjoy it as much as most people will. I think I've just watched it too late in life.
Lion King 1.5, probably the better one in my opinion.
Is it really? I saw
1.5.
I saw that, and I just thought, is there any point in watching it because it's that sort of film?
I enjoyed it.
So Lion King
dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole. I'll stop now before we get copyrighted.
So Lion King came out in So Lion King came out in 94. 1.5 came out in 2004. So will be on the list to watch later on. So once I get to it, I'll give my opinions on it. But yeah, that's a long one off the list. Godfather.
I have watched it, but I watched it far too young.
So Godfather 1 and 2 are, according to IMDb, according to a lot of critics out there, are 2 of the best movies ever made. Godfather 1 I thought was fucking unbelievable. I thought it was such a good movie. Godfather 2, I thought it weren't terrible, but it just wasn't as good as the first one. And I was obviously comparing it to the first one, just like you do with all sequels and stuff like that. I just thought I might have watched it too close to each other because they came out a couple of years apart, and I watched them one after the other. And I just didn't think Godfather 2 was as good as Godfather 1, which most people say that, but I thought it was a lot worse. Whereas there is Godfather 3 as well, which I haven't actually watched yet, but I'll get to it at some point. Jaws.
Again, years ago, I watched it.
Jaws. So this is a story that I probably shouldn't say. So I have a fear, which I've never realised I have a fear. Right, fucking, this is gonna be bad. Right, so this is a clip. So, you know Crash Bandicoot, yeah? So you know Crash Bandicoot, the original games of Crash Bandicoot. You know the water levels? I could never do them because I was scared of drowning. So
no, this makes perfect sense because you see every week Smithy takes his son swimming, and we don't hear off him for a good 40 hours. I've realised it's because he sat there curled up in the feet up as you
No, so I learned how to swim later than what I probably should have done. I learned when I was about I'd have been in secondary school, so maybe like 11, maybe 12. So whenever we was doing swimming galas and shit, I was always in a kiddie pool because I couldn't swim. So it was always like that. Yeah, exactly. It was always like that. And believe it or not, mate, in primary school, I was one of the tallest. Imagine that. Eh? Exactly. I know. I stopped then. That was when I stopped.
Did you go to primary school
Mate,
in North Pole?
mate, year 7, I was a forward in rugby. That's the best way to say it. I was a forward in rugby. And then throughout the years, as people kept growing, I went from being prop to second row to flanker. They kept on saying, "You're getting smaller, you're getting smaller, you're getting smaller." I was nearly scrum half, mate. Like it was bad. But yeah, no. So I learnt later in life, and then we went to America one year when I could swim, but then we went to a place called Wet and Wild where they have a wave pool, and I got too big for my boots and went out a bit too far, and I nearly drowned. And I think it's from now that then even recently I've tried to play Crash Bandicoot and I can't do it. I'm playing a game and I'm like, I don't want to do this level, so I stopped playing the game. Like literally, it's just like I ain't doing it.
So 5k subs on this YouTube channel, and he will play Crash Bandicoot on stream.
Yeah, sure. Fuck it, give me 5k subs.
There we go.
5k subs on Twitch, I'll drown in real life.
No, 5k YouTube subs.
I want money.
To be fair though, what I will say when it was about rugby, I was completely different. I took more acts to some of my ex-girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
I used to play hooker.
Oh, he was a big guy in the middle. Big boy in the middle.
Played hooker right.
Well, my job was a flanker when they was like, "Oh, you're getting smaller now, but you can still tackle." When that 8 takes the ball out of scrum, take him down. Am I a fuck? Am I a fuck?
No.
This guy's 7'2". I ain't fucking touching him. I ain't doing it.
The guy putting me in the 8th and thingy because one of the PE lessons, it wasn't even rugby, but it was playing rugby in PE.
Mm.
And it was all the kids who can't play rugby any. And
Yeah.
I was a big fat fuck. I weren't tall, but I was fat. And then one of the skinny kids went to rugby tackle me and ended up on my back. Like, I've got 2, one way my waist, one way my back, and I'm still running with the ball. And at this point, I went, he needs to be somewhere in that middle.
Sticking with the old movies, have you seen Taxi Driver?
I haven't, you know.
Yeah, I actually probably wouldn't recommend it. It's a film that was probably good back in the day, but nowadays it's just not there anymore. There's some films like Godfather that I'd say definitely watch if you haven't watched it. Taxi Driver isn't one of them ones. It was good, but still wasn't great. Happy Gilmore 2. I know you said you haven't watched that.
No.
I feel sorry for it. Obviously, it wasn't ever going to live up to the hype. It was never going to be as good as the first one. First one is iconic. It was good. It was good. The little throwbacks to the previous film, really good. Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny.
Yeah, no,
Bad Bunny.
so many cameos.
Bad Bunny's in the whole film. He's not in the cameo.
Yeah,
Bad Bunny's he starts off as a waiter in a movie, and then he becomes Adam Sandler's caddy, and he is sensational. He's so good. He's the only guy that might be in every single Hall of Fame. Like, if I can find a good enough song by him, every.
I've already got 2 songs for you.
Booker T.
Booker T and Chambea.
What was the one that he came out to at Backlash?
Chambea.
That was good. That was good.
Chambea.
Cried
I
as well.
play quite a lot.
Cried as well.
Although, quickly on about people who, again, if he releases music and his film goes any good, we might get Roman Reigns in all 3.
Yeah, true.
Have you not seen what's happening?
With movie or?
Yeah.
He's in Street Fighter, isn't he? Yeah. Cast for Street Fighter looks good, by the way. Like, even beyond Reigns and Cody.
Yeah.
They got the comedian, the really fucking...
Andrew Schultz. I don't know what they're doing with that.
Yeah.
They got him in there. They've got fuck the martial arts guy. I can't think of his name. He's just
Jackie Chan. Straight away.
A younger Jackie Chan. There's quite a few in there. Don't know. Interesting.
Definitely going to be a watch. Definitely gonna be a watch.
Oh, thing is in it. Volk.
Oh, UFC.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, nice.
Volk's in it.
Okay. Well, that's the thing. You need people with fight scenes, don't you? You know, like you get people to fight. I suppose, yeah. The 28 series, the 28 trilogy, 28 days later, 28 weeks later, 28 years later. None of them. Mate, I recommend to you specifically, watch the last 10 minutes of 28 years later. They're making another one. Are you going to watch it? Because if not, I'll spoil it for you.
Spoil it for me.
Spoil it for you. So, 28 years later is obviously nothing, like, there's been no life since when 28 days later came out. So from that, they've basically, there's been no reality. There's no living. So
Yeah.
at the end, this kid survives the whole thing, and he's walking along a road, and he gets saved by a load of people that fight like Power Rangers, all dressed up as Jimmy Savile. Because he obviously ain't done nothing wrong at this point. He's died. He's died. In reality, in their world, he's died. And what was big back in that day, Jimmy Savile and Power Rangers. So their reality is they think Jimmy Savile's the fucking best. They think he's the best thing. So they're all dressed up like him. Mate, it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja nonsense. Bruv, it's the funniest fucking thing. Like, it came out of nowhere. It was so fucking good. But now, you're going to watch it. And the thing is as well, mate, they're bringing out a fourth one, which is about them.
Is Idris Elba dressed up as Jimmy Savile?
Is who, sorry?
Idris Elba.
No.
Oh, that's all I had in my mind. Was Idris Elba.
No.
Cigar.
Nah, mate, genuinely, it's so out of nowhere. Someone explained it so well. I think it might have been on like a Reddit. 28 years later. If you just type in 28 years later, ending's the first thing that pops up. An explanation of the ending. So right, let me read this. Someone's gone on out and gone, obviously there's a lot of debate on whether the ending works for you personally or not, but I haven't seen any real explanation. So, this is a group of feral kids who grew up in a zombie apocalypse and raised on 90s children's TV shows. They dress like Jimmy Savile, rock out to the Oh, that's the thing. While they were fighting, the Teletubbies theme was playing.
What the fuck?
Rocking out to the Teletubbies theme and fight like Power Rangers. Like, it's literally, it explained it so well because I was so lost with what the fuck just happened. Read it. Oh, yeah, literally read it. I read it on Reddit. And, mate, this guy explained it so well and ended it by saying, edit, this post is almost a month old. If you disagree, just downvote and move on. I promise I don't care about your pissy opinion. I love this guy and I've never met him. Like, he is fucking amazing. But since then he's actually deleted his Reddit page. So I think he did care a bit about pissy opinions. But mate, honestly, I don't even think the movies were that great. It was just the ending was just so out of nowhere, and the explanation, fucking, oh mate, so good. Karate Kid, have you seen the new one? Did you know there was a new one? It's called Legends. So, have you seen Cobra Kai at all? Okay, so Cobra Kai was a follow-on from Karate Kid, and then they've made a Legends one. There is no Jaden Smith in it, but there is Daniel LaRusso, the main character. He's in it, along with Jackie Chan, and they basically teach, because Jackie Chan was in a new one, wasn't he? So they're basically, so they're basically combining both, and they've trained the kid, and it's the same fucking story.
I don't care. I'll be honest, I don't care.
It's an opposite as well. I will just say it's an opposite to the Jaden Smith one. He moved from New York to China. This kid is Chinese. He's moved from China to New York. And that's how the story starts.
Good for him.
It's a podcast, man. I've got to explain a little bit. There's a short film that I saw called Hello Road. Quite a good movie. It's fucks with your brain, but yeah. War of the Worlds, you seen the new one? Ice Cube. It's so shit. I got no other words. It's worth a watch just to see how shit it is. As another film that I saw online, it just got hate. I watched it, I was like, can't be that bad. I started rewatching Rockies. Rocky 1, 2, 3, and 4 I've got through so far. Yet again, for the podcast. Still lives up. Still great films. Great movies. I watched a horror called The Omen. Wasn't really a horror. It's about Damien, devil, son of the devil. Good film. Dawn of the Dead. Watched that recently as well. Obviously, where Shaun Dead took the piss out of. Dawn of the Dead might be good at the time. It's not now.
It says it all when the parody is the better version.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a fucking doubt. And more recently, I watched E.T. Rewatched E.T. That, yet again, I remember it better as a kid than what I do now. And I actually finally found a Star Wars movie that I like. Well, like strong word. I didn't hate it. Because I'm not a big Star Wars guy. Return of the Jedi. I'm not sure what episode it is. I'm not sure anything like that. Actually quite a good movie. And I didn't feel like I needed to know that much about Star Wars to actually enjoy it. It was actually quite a good movie. I watched Back to the Future for the first time ever, which is another film that I probably should have watched when I was younger, but never got around to it. But yeah, really enjoy Back to the Future. And a movie that I've had on my list to watch for ages and never got around to it. Older movie called The Fly. I'd watch it, mate, just to see what goes through directors' minds back in that day. If I can explain it very quickly, yeah, rocks. If I can explain this very quickly, this scientist builds a teleporter, and he teleports himself from. It does a few tests, then puts himself in it and goes to somewhere else. Like teleports himself and it works. However, when he teleported himself, there was a fly in the fucking teleporter.
In the Simpsons episode.
I saw the Family Guy episode. So,
I'm pretty sure it was the Simpsons with Dr. Frink and the fly. I've seen the
mate, it's genuinely the most fucked up film, one of them I've ever seen, and it just gets worse and worse throughout the movie. But definitely worth a watch if you've got time for it. So, TV and movies, I suppose, in 1997. So, you got a couple on there, ain't you, that you know about?
There was a couple, yeah. I had a quick look at what was about in 1997, and there weren't a fat lot that I recognised. Well, I'd watched, but there's a few.
So, I can let you know some. So, we look at series that came out in 1997, like big name series. Cow and Chicken.
Okay, fair. I used to watch that.
Johnny Bravo, started in 97.
Yep.
King of the Hill actually started in 1997.
Never actually watched it.
No, me neither. But I know good things about it, and I know there's a lot of like. I know Family Guy took a lot of inspiration from it. But I've never.
A lot of memes, so I know it does well.
Pokemon actually started in 1997.
Okay, I will say I have watched quite a lot of Pokemon.
I did when I was younger. My brother was into it, so I caught it, but was never really that into it. Do you remember a series, mate, called Dream Team?
Yes, I do.
1997.
Fucking hell.
I tried to watch a bit, mate, for the podcast, and it's the most utter shit I've ever seen in my life. I don't remember it being that bad. One that you did mention earlier, Recess. Disney Channel Kids.
Classic.
There's another series that I put on here just for me to say. Did you ever watch something called Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction? You heard of it? So
I don't know.
Basically, it did reenactments of certain storylines, certain murders, certain like ghost sightings, shit like that. So it was a reenaction, and you had to guess, was it fact or fiction? And then he told you at the end it was fact or fiction. Like he told you, the host of it told you it was fact or fiction. I got in from school. My dad was really into it, and it was always like saying it was on the TV. So that when I saw it, I was like, "Oh shit, fucking hell, I remember that." And I spoke to my dad about it the other day, and I was like, "Do you remember this series?" And he was like, "No, not a clue." I was like, "Oh, cool. Well, at least one of us remember that fucking memories." A British one, Midsummer Murders, that came out in 1997. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, 1997.
Yep.
And South Park, 1997.
Okay, so I did see a few others.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Again, Stargate. I don't know if you ever watched Stargate SG-1.
No, I didn't know.
That was 97. Well, I'm used to watch that, so I watched a bit of it. I'm Alan Partridge. Dan Partridge Show.
Mm-hmm.
Teletubbies.
Was that 97, was it? Oh, wow.
Bear in the Big Blue House.
Was it really? I used to love that.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Burner's
that.
Watch.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. So this is how I know that you were a posh kid. You were clearly just Disney Channel.
No, I was Cartoon Network. I was Disney. I was a few other things.
You weren't CBBC, though, the free one.
I want to see what you've seen.
Bernard Watch was a CBBC banger. So, okay, but you've got Bernard. He had a watch that could stop time.
Okay.
That's all you need to know. He also had a black friend, so even way back in the day, CBBC was a DEI inclusion.
Fair enough. Big up. I have one black friend. So looking at the movies as well from 97, Home Alone 3, which is known as the one without Macaulay Culkin. I haven't actually seen it, so that will be the one that I will watch, based purely on this podcast. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't ever watch it. Flubber came out in 97.
Classic.
Picture Perfect came out in 97. Jaws of the Jungle, Scream 2. The Lost World, Jurassic Park, was in 97. Con Air, great movie. Liar Liar, Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery,
Classics.
1997. Men in Black, Hercules. What else we got? Face Off. Titanic came out in 97. LA Confidential and Good Will Hunting is the ones I got on the list. I've got a couple of others there, but I don't actually know what they are off the top of my head, so I'm not going to act like I do. But there are a few there that came out quite high on IMDb, so I do go by that as well, just to see what was about in that sort of time frame. And I will try and watch as many of them as possible before the next podcast. But I ain't going to get through them all, because I do want to make this fairly a soon podcast. So it won't be as long as this one. If we are moving on to the Hall of Fame part of the TV, I've actually removed a few movies from the original Hall of Fame. It's only 5 that I've removed. I've rewatched them, and I didn't think it was as good as I originally remembered. So this is going to be a sad one. Cinderella. I always thought Cinderella was one of the best original Disney movies, and I rewatched it recently, and it's just not great. It's the same with Lady and the Tramp. I always thought Lady and the Tramp was a really good movie.
I ain't having that.
Have you watched it recently?
Okay. Yes. Well, recently for me.
Yeah.
So within the last 10 years.
So it used to be one of my favourite Disney movies, and I couldn't get into it this time. I watched it with Jesse. Jesse had never watched it. I watched it with him. He was into it. And I just didn't think it was as good as a lot of the other movies that I've got on the list.
We are Siamese, if you please.
Hook.
Fucking Hook.
Hook.
Rufio.
I've learned I prefer the original Peter Pan more than Hook, which probably a bit of a bad thing to say, but I didn't enjoy it as much this time. The original Sister Act, that was originally on the Hall of Fame, and I've actually removed it now. And it might be a Robin Williams thing, but Mrs. Doubtfire has also been removed because I rewatched that and I didn't enjoy it as much as what I did originally.
Is that because you're a bigoted piece of shit and it's a man in a dress?
Mate, I've dressed up as Tinkerbell on stream, though you can't say that. And then other than that, it's just a lot of stuff from the past. Some movies also that didn't make it on now. Psycho, the one with the shower scene, that one. That's a good movie, but yet again, just didn't make it. The original Alien. Raiders of the Lost Ark. I liked it, but it just didn't make it for me. Ghostbusters, same thing. Beetlejuice. Really like Beetlejuice, but it just didn't make it. Die Hard, the original Die Hard. Die Hard 2 is in the Hall of Fame. Die Hard 1, I didn't think it was. I just didn't think it was good enough. Silence of the Lambs, you seen that?
Probably when I was like 6.
Yeah.
So again, a bit like Jesse with you, I watched a lot of films way before I was supposed to.
Yeah.
Issue is, it's been 20 years since I've watched half of these, so got no chance.
Good. Yeah, again, good movie, but just I found it a bit too slow. And Speed as well with Keanu Reeves. Good movie, but not great. And I put that.
Mention Ghostbusters. I just want to quickly say, can we take Ghostbusters out of the Hall of Fame, but can we keep Bill Murray in the Hall of Fame?
Did Bill Murray do anything else?
I don't care if it's Bill Murray. It's Bill motherfucking Murray.
Yeah, so I'm glad you said that,
Are we on
actually.
about in 1997 or...
In general. The only other thing I can actually think of Bill Murray from is Zombieland.
That's enough. Look, that is totally enough. He did a few. Okay. No, I forgot. He was in that.
What's that?
Yeah, he was in it alone. I don't give a fuck. He was in Osmosis Jones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, he was in Groundhog Day, Caddyshack.
Yes, Groundhog Day is on my list to watch. Oh, no. I have seen Groundhog Day. I didn't think Groundhog Day was that good. I didn't think Groundhog Day was that good at all. I felt like it was... I watched it fucking ages ago now. I just didn't like it. It's actually in... I've got a little list here which says movies that people like, but I didn't. And Groundhog Day's in that. So I'm going to say a few films now that you might like, and you might think, what a fucking dickhead I'm doing this podcast with. So, I know you think that anyway. Hocus Pocus?
It's okay. It's just a kid's film. I ain't that arse. Take it or leave it.
I thought it was pretty shit. Ace Ventura, Jim Carrey.
Nah, fuck yourself. That man is funny.
No, he is. He's good. He's really good. And there's going to be movies that he's in that I'm going to put on the Hall of Fame. I just think Ace Ventura was shit. I think it was awful.
I've seen that man come out of a rhino's arse. He's a legend.
Dirty Dancing?
I couldn't give a fuck. I've never seen the film.
Good.
I could only tell you about is it Don't Put Baby in the Corner and...
Yeah. Big? The Tom Hanks one?
No. Oh, I was going to say one about our private films from the wedding.
Oh, no.
No.
And only one of us was big in that movie, man, weren't we? So it was big is the case of I couldn't get past the fact that he was a kid that was grown up into a man's body, and this woman knew that, and she was still attracted to him, and I couldn't get past that point.
David Kutzma.
There you go. If it's not a wrestling reference, it's a David Cooper reference. Can't put that one on a t-shirt, can we?
Good English, guys.
Cunt. What else did he do? Cunt, snort, nonce, leave.
No. Fun coke, children. Kids.
It's the new CCC. It's a KKK.
I'll be honest. I would be a proud member of neither of those.
Oh no, one maybe. So Blade Runner. Blade Runner as well. Didn't like it. Didn't think it was a great movie. I've seen the new one as well, and I thought that was pretty shit as well. I've got a lot of Star Wars movies on it that I've watched that I just didn't like. Empire Strikes Back. They're just not for me. And I've tried because I've been told by a lot of people they're really good movies. Need to give it another go, and I've given it another go, and I can't. Goonies. Yet again, loved it when I was younger. Watched it again recently. It's just not great. It's just not a great movie.
So, are you hating the fat kid? Are you hating the Asian? Or are you hating the inbred one?
All the above. Godfather 2 I've already spoke about earlier. Jaws spoke about. Taxi Driver, Dawn of the Dead. All movies that people liked weren't great. I can actually say a few of these about the Hall of Fame editions that I have added, that I've watched since doing the last podcast. That was pre-96. So Godfather's in the Hall of Fame. And it's not the movie. So I'm glad you said earlier about Bill Murray. It's not the movie that goes into the Hall of Fame. It's the actors, and it's the amount of movies they've been in that I consider to be Hall of Fame worthy that actually make it into the Hall of Fame. So, for example, Godfather, Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, James Caan, Robert Duvall. All just them four. There's obviously a massive cast, but I did the ones that made it a good movie. So if we think about like a modern day movie, for example, let's think like one of the Avengers, for example. Like there's a huge cast. Did everyone make it a great movie? No. So there'll be some of the main characters that I might not like. there'll be some extras. You know, Korg, the fucking rocks guy.
I was literally about to say Korg.
He's never a main character, but he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. He's such a good
Yeah,
fucking
thank you.
character. Such a good character.
Technically, anyway, the voice actor who plays him, he'll be in there twice.
For the director.
Yeah, Taika
Yeah,
Waititi.
yeah. I put Rocky in now. I actually think I put all 4 Rockies in there. Rocky 1, 2, 3, 4, which means Stallone will be quite high up on that list now. Is Mrs. Adrian? She'll be in it quite a bit as well. Burt Young, who is Paulie, and Carl Weathers, who is Creed. Great movie. They're in
Michael B. Jordan.
no.
But he's
No.
Creed.
No.
But he's Creed.
No. The Omen, the film I was talking about earlier with Damien, I put that movie in there as well. The Thing. I've not even mentioned about The Thing. The Thing is a movie where basically a load of people are in Antarctica, and it's an alien movie where their base gets taken over by aliens, and it's fucked up. It is absolutely fucked up movie, but I couldn't look away. Really, really good movie. Kurt Russell plays the lead in that. Really good movie. I put in a few names, but I'd be honest with you, I can't tell you their characters because there was a lot of it was Kurt Russell and the rest. But a few of them made the movie. A few
97 movies.
No, I'm not doing 97 for the Hall of Fame yet. That'll be the next.
No,
podcast.
I'm saying pre.
Pre 97. Yeah.
Have we got Reservoir Dogs?
Is that on my list to watch? I've got just below, mate. Movies to watch rate pre 1997. Reservoir Dogs is on there, just above Schindler's List.
But yeah, don't give a shit what you're saying. Reservoir Dogs is going in, and Steve Buscemi's going in.
I've never seen it, so it's one of the movies that I'm gonna watch. It's one of the movies that I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch it for the first time, and I'm assuming it's gonna be good based on what I know, but I can't talk about it yet.
Yeah, just look out for Mr. Pink.
Mr. Pink.
They've all got colour names.
Oh, okay. And
so Mr. White, Mr. Pink, etc.
It's fucking Cluedo.
Literally.
And the latest movie I put on is Back to the Future. As I said, watched that for the first time recently. Thought it was a great movie. I got to watch the second, third one. I actually watched, saying that I've not updated on it because I only watched it last night, was Terminator. I watched Terminator 1 for the first time. I've seen Terminator 2. Really liked Terminator 2, but yet again, that was previously watched it. I'm going to rewatch it. Terminator 1 I thought was very shit. I didn't think it was great as well.
I'm going to do you a favour since earlier you mentioned something that was embarrassing for you as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
My turn. Terminator 2. One of the few films that's made me cry.
Really? What part?
You know, when he falls into the lava.
Okay.
At the end, I cried as a kid.
I mean, as a kid, could it?
Not the indestructible man in the
But no, there's loads of movies. If you can think of a movie pre 97 that I've not mentioned, it's probably on my list to watch. I've got loads on there. I've got Top Gun. I've got the second Alien movie. I've got Aliens. Charles Play with Chucky. I've got the rest of Karate Kids. I've got the rest of the Ghostbusters. I've got the rest of the Rockies. Of Mice and Men. Malcolm X.
Classic book. There's another one that's going in for a lot of stuff. John Malkovich.
Oh, of Mice and Men. Oh, mate, I watched it in English when we read the book, and I remember it being fucking amazing. Like, so I'm expecting.
Man to kill the rabbit, George.
Yeah, so I'm gonna watch it again, and I'm hoping it's gonna be just as good as what it was. So I'm assuming it will be. And there's stuff more recently, Romeo and Juliet. I watched that also in English with DiCaprio. Space Jam. Seen it years ago. Haven't seen it again recently. So yeah, again, I'm gonna judge it based on what my most recent watching will be. Same with.
I refuse to watch number 2.
Who's that? Who is it?
LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron.
I love LeBron, but no, I can't do it. Like, no, it's not the same. It's not MJ.
But yeah, no, there's loads of movies on here that I'm gonna watch.
Said, mate, I can't wait for 2001 onwards when I make you watch all the Harry Potters.
I've seen them, mate.
I don't care. We're watching them together.
Do you want to know a really shitty opinion about Harry Potter that I know is wrong? My favourite Harry Potter is the last 2. He's left. He left. Is that wrong?
Don't be noise, fuck you.
Is that wrong?
Nah,
I know it's definitely not a popular opinion.
I don't know if you can. I wouldn't say it's your favourite. I wouldn't outright say it's a favourite. I mean, why is it your favourite? Justify it.
I like the scenes where it's actually him against Voldemort. Like I love the ending of the whole thing. And let's go through this quickly. So when me and Jim got together, we made a sort of like a deal. She hadn't ever watched the Avengers movies, and I was big into the Avengers, and I'd never watched Harry Potter. So she watched all the Avengers, and I watched all the Harry Potters, but I watched them back to back to back to back, and I fucking was so happy when it was ending. And then it ended, and I was like, actually weren't bad. I was like, that's quite good. I was like, but then I was like, do you want to rewatch some of the original ones to see if you like it? And I was like, no, I don't really want to ever watch them again. But whereas the Avengers and shit like that, we put it on like daily, where she's like, yeah, watch this, we'll watch this. But it was the same with Walking Dead and Game of Thrones. When I said about Game of Thrones earlier, like I haven't watched it. Yeah, again, it might not even been in the podcast. So same thing with that. She hadn't watched Walking Dead. I hadn't watched Game of Thrones. So I watched all the Game of Thrones, caught up. She watched all the Walking Dead, caught up. She loves Walking Dead, and I still think Game of Thrones is a bit meh. Like, it's just one of them ones.
I mean, Harry Potter's always been a fan favourite, and again, you said you like the Voldemort Harry fighting scene. I'm just going to throw back to you and say Goblet of Fire's got her. It's also got a shouty Dumbledore.
The free dog scene's fucking cool. I don't know what movie that's in. It's been one of the first ones, isn't it?
It's number one fluffer.
And I love the Quidditch. Like the Quidditch where Quidditch where Harry catches it and like does he swallow it at one point? Is that something I'm dreamt? Yeah.
No, it touches. Well, yeah, basically, because if you notice, that's the one that Dumbledore gives him, and he keeps. Oh, and he uses that later elixir because it's got they've got something called flesh memory.
Okay.
So it is, and that's how he opens it later on. I could talk to you for hours and hours on Harry Potter nerd stuff, book stuff, out of book stuff. The Cursed Child is not a real Harry Potter thing.
I don't know what it is.
That was a play that J.K. Rowling helped co-write, but it's all stupid. Voldemort's got a kid. The man that can't love, doesn't love everything's got a kid with Bellatrix.
Is Fantastic Beasts linked?
It is. That's all about Newt Scamander. That's before Hogwarts and all that. That's where you start talking about Dumbledore. And, you know, when Voldemort was that really old man and was like, tell me where the wand is and all that when he's after the older wand.
I would lie if I said yes.
Basically, that's Gerhard Grindelwald, who was the Voldemort before Voldemort. He was like a really powerful wizard. That was Dumbledore's friend, rival / gay fantasy, because Dumbledore's gay.
Is he?
Yeah.
Mate!
Dumbledore's gay!
Right. Let's move on to wrestling. Alright. Last section of the podcast is the general wrestling. Well, no, it's wrestling. Starting off with the general wrestling chat, things that we've missed for the last 10 months. I'm not going to go over everything because there's a lot of shit on here. WWE moved to Netflix within the last 10 months. That's how long ago we're talking here. I actually wrote at this point, Bloodline story in general, just wow. Because it was obviously before Mania.
Jesus, yeah.
As in before Mania 40, not even before Mania 41. So, this was fucking... Oh, no, it wasn't. No, it would have been just afterwards. Yeah. So when Roman was kicked out, when Solo took over, and then they started bringing in Tangaloa, Tamatonga.
Everyone and their cousins.
Yeah, literally. So that's all I've really to say about that for now. Danielson, which is something that you didn't know until recently, Bryan Danielson retired from full-time wrestling after losing to John Moxley at Wrestle Dream. I've not got it separated in between WWE and thing. I've literally just got a timeline pretty much. Joe Hendry.
Say his name?
He's not appeared. So Joe Hendry. He might be upstairs in bed. Joe Hendry. I hope not. Joe Hendry. Won the TNA title. Lost it to Trick Williams, who I think currently still has it. I don't know. Joe Hendry appeared in the Rumble and then faced Orton at Mania. I feel like he just had a year. He's just unbelievable year. Motor City Machine Guns.
Did you not see?
Oh, sorry.
Just before on about Joe Hendry, I believe it was the last week. Maybe not yesterday.
Is it NXT?
Recording, it might have been the week. where the tag match. Did you see?
Mm.
Did you see what they did in the little spot?
They've done it twice. So they've done it yesterday as well.
Oh, fucking hell, brilliant. Where them about to think and he just gets the mic and goes, Joe entry.
Yeah, so that was last week. There was a rematch this week. It was 2 weeks. It was it might have been the same teams. I don't know. It was the new stable they've got in NXT. I think it's the Culling. No, Dark State. Dark State. I don't know enough about them, but the bloke that got caught out of it last week, when he was like, "Who's gonna save you?" This time he went, "Joe Hendry's not gonna save you," and because he said his name, he appeared.
Oh, fucking hell.
Bashed out of the wall just by the announcer's desk, and
Brilliant.
was just there. Yeah, no, he's obviously. I reckon he's pretty signed with WWE now. Like, I don't think he's with TNA anymore.
I don't know. I mean, at this point, it's basically the old default for it.
Yeah,
so.
TNA's now development for WWE as well. Like, it's just another developmental system.
It's crazy that they're trying to get their development as the number 2 biggest.
Yeah.
I reckon that what they need to do, they need to get a character in that slews everyone for having dead dads.
I don't think they're going to bring that to NXT. I'll be honest. Do you know who did return? You know who did return last night, by the way? Speaking of recent NXT,
not too many NXT.
So they've got a homecoming episode, I think, next week. Mm-hmm. So Gargano and Ciampa returned last week, and
I saw that.
They came back again this week. They're facing Trick Williams and a partner of his choosing, who was revealed to be this week, Carmelo Hayes. So that's happening next week.
That'd be cool.
Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze came back last night's episode. So it was a flag match between Ethan Page and the black fella from Charlie Dempsey's group.
Is that Javon Evans?
No. Tavion Heights.
No.
So they had a flag match, America v Canada. Tavion Heights won, and then in his celebration, he put the Canadian flag over Ethan Page, and Tyler Breeze came out with his selfie stick and took a selfie, laying next to Ethan Page's body. Literally just did that. Didn't fight, didn't do anything like that, but he was full on blonde hair again, slicked back, full, like, kitted out. Yeah. So I'm not sure if he's wrestling next week. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing nothing about that, but he could probably still go. Like, he's not old. So, what else we got? Yeah, Motor City Machine Guns debuted in WWE finally, and won the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Lost them a little while later, but did win them, which for them probably quite shocking. Considering they're TNA originals. But yeah, again, I suppose TNA and WWE are fine now, so who knows. AEW news: Bobby Lashley joined AEW. Big signing for them. Although they do sign everyone. And also joined MVP and Shelton Benjamin. Started their own Hurt business, but over there, I don't know what they're called over there. I think it's like the Hurt Syndicate or something. It's like the Hurt business, but thing.
It's a rip-off.
Yeah. Samantha Irvin left WWE. That's how far along we're talking, mate. That's how far ago we're talking.
Jesus Christ! I know husband. The husband left by the time.
Husband left before this. Yeah, husband left before this. Yeah. And actually, what I'm hearing, I don't watch. I watched AEW when it first started, and I really liked it. I really liked what they were doing, and then I couldn't get into it. Surprisingly, actually, because Will Ospreay is one of my favorite wrestlers. And
I love Will.
But when he joined, that's sort of when I fell off with it, and I couldn't watch it anymore. I think the storylines, the Young Bucks being all over the fucking thing. I like them, great wrestlers, but they was all over everything, and it was like
because Will's bisexual, isn't he? That's your problem.
No, I didn't know that. But no.
You didn't know Will fucking Ospreay's bi.
I didn't know his bi. No. You're
not a true wrestling fan.
You know where he's from, mate.
Like around the corner from. I already know the stories. I've known you 5 years.
Yeah.
I know all this.
Yeah. Good.
Go on. You know what? While we're here, tell the podcast.
No, a great friend of mine. So your friend of the podcast. Big E kicked out a New Day. Kofi and Woods turned heel and looked like it was going to become something big, and it hasn't.
No.
So there's that. Tessa Blanchard returned to TNA. Cool. And now we're going up to things that we might remember because we actually watched this together. Alexa Bliss returned in the Rumble, and Charlotte won the Rumble, which wasn't a great choice. Beating, if you remember, actually eliminated Roxanne last before she was on the main roster. Oh, amazing. Jey
How
Uso
happy is she at the minute as well?
with Dom.
No,
with AJ.
We'll get to it. Yeah.
Jey Uso won the other Rumble, which I still don't know if it was the right choice.
I'm still thinking Jimmy was the one who was supposed to be pushing, then he got injured.
Really?
I don't know. There's something about it.
And went on to Mania and defeated Gunther in
Bullshit.
a really bad match. Really bad match.
Yeah, Jay, I love Jay, but he's got no business beating Gunther. There's very few people there that've got any business beating Gunther.
Not with a chokehold as well. Not with an like. I understand the story of it was that Gunther's kryptonite is a chokehold. It happened with Ilya in NXT. I get it, but still, it's Jey Uso. Like it's not Ilya. Like it's it's the.
If anything, let him lose to Roman Reigns with a guillotine.
Yeah. Oh, Gunther Roman Reigns. Fucking hell. All right, cool. Right. Well, that's a TW thing. Right. Gunther won it back, as what I wrote after that, and then retired Goldberg in actually a decent match. Gunther Goldberg weren't that bad. I actually quite enjoyed watching it. Did you watch that as well?
I believe so.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think I did, but I also don't remember much.
It was exactly what it needed to be. It was the best hits. It was a lot of chops. It was Goldberg hitting a spear and jackhammer, and he didn't kill Gunther. So that's a positive. Fucking hell.
I love how we have to worry about the 60-year-old killing the prime athlete and not the prime athlete murdering the old man.
Especially when it's Gunther. Yeah, true. Very true.
Yeah, like if anything, you're worried that crazy Austrian's gonna. Okay, maybe I'm going off topic.
Yeah, it's different crazy Austrian. So
if you wouldn't have to pull Heyman, there'd be problems.
That's why they've not done the feud yet. Fair play. Ricky Starks, Miro, and Malachi Black all released from AEW and have all since joined WWE, all with different positives, I'd say. They've all done well. Ricky Starks has joined NXT.
Saints.
Oh, sorry, Saint. All right, Ricky Saints has joined NXT. Won the North American Championship and then lost to Ethan Page like 2 weeks later. So they've not done much for him, but he is fighting Obafemi at the next pay-per-view. So they have built him up a little bit.
I don't see Obafemi not killing him.
I think Saints might beat him. Because I think that will be the next transition Obafemi comes up.
I get it, but also there's too many big guys on the main roster for me at the minute. Like, big guys.
Saints is small, which is something that I never noticed in AEW, because obviously everyone is. So,
yeah.
But he's also Cody's mate, so he'll get somewhere. Like, he'll get
somewhere. Oh, yeah, but what I mean is, you push Obafemi up, the issue is, you've got Braun, you've got Brunson, you've got Roman, you've got Omos, you've got everyone in the mum, even fucking Tamatonga. He's fucking big.
But Obafemi will, like, he's good enough to stand out. He's not someone that I'd be worried about.
Oh no, I feel like eventually when they get there, Obafemi will be what they wanted Apollo Crews to be. Oh yeah, that absolutely man-mounted of black wrestler that can push dark-skinned wrestlers, not your Rocks or your Pacificas. Because I feel like one thing I will say with Triple H, his booking is he seems to get everything covered.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
There's always every fucking type of wrestler will be there. Even at AAA when he's booking that Battle Royal and he's got a 60-year-old fat American woman in there.
Yeah.
Did you see the look on his face when she came out?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
It was like, what am I booking? but fair play. All the DX is basically running. All the DX is now running WWE, which I think is incredible.
Yeah. What else is on here? Lucha Bros joined WWE separately. Penta obviously came just after the Netflix deal, and Phoenix joined a little while later on separate brands. A minute, Phoenix will be with Andrade in a tag team, it seems like a bit of a wasted opportunity. I like Andrade with the Lucha Bros, but I'd rather Andrade like sort of lead them. Have like did you see what they did in AEW with Death Triangle, Pac and them two?
Yeah.
I'd like them to do that with Andrade and them two. Put Zelina Vega back with them as well. Like do something like that. You got a good talker there.
I just wish you're thinking here now. Turn them heel.
Yeah, I would do that anyway. Yeah.
Proper heel. Dirty Dom.
Yeah. You just need someone that can speak because Andrade's not a good talker.
But I mean, just Dirty Dom. You have him as being snaky little Dirty Dom as he's been at the minute.
Yeah.
Or he has been in the last year. And just get them to do the muscle work. But then at the minute, it seems like they're turning Dom into a legitimate force.
That's what I was about to say. But no, not even that. They're turning him into a face because they're turning him away from Judgment Day.
I don't know. To me, don't matter what you book him as, he's always going to be a face. He's one of them.
Yeah.
No, you could get him now shitting on the American flag next week, and they're still going to cheer him.
Yeah. Soraya left AEW. Paige left AEW. Can wrestle now, so I won't put it past them that she'll be back in WWE sooner rather than later. Marame, whatever her name is, Blake Monroe. She's joined NXT. Loved her stuff with Tony Storm in AEW. That's one of the more recent things that I have caught up with. Tony Storm, by the way, really good.
Tony Storm, you know what she is? She's short, blonde, and pretty.
Oh yeah, true. Alright, I've got a fucking list here. Oh my god, right, I didn't realize the list was that long. Baron Corbin, Indy Hartwell, Tegan Knox, Blair Davenport, Sonya Deville, Cedric Alexander, AOP, Paul Ellering, Isla Dawn, Giovanni Vinci, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, Electra Lopez, Kaden Carter, Katana Chance, Shayna Baszler, Braun Strowman, Dakota Kai, Gigi Dolan, Cora J, Jakara Jackson, Carlito, and R-Truth all released. R-Truth re-signed due to fan support / backlash.
Right, yeah.
That was their massive releases this year. I think there's some of them that stayed on. Someone came back. Shayna Baszler. She's now a road agent with them. So she's back as well. A few of them are joining TNA. Cedric faced Ali the other day on a TNA pay-per-view. Which was a throwback from their WrestleMania match a few years ago for the Cruiserweight title. Apparently it was really good. I didn't see it. Gallows and Anderson will get a job somewhere if they haven't already. There's plenty of people there that will be fine. Sonya Deville's in a podcast now, so she's our rival. Other than that, Dakota Kai's on Twitch.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about all of them. Cora Jade said that she's gonna take a break from wrestling. Corbin's smashing the indies. Him and Dijak are a tag team champion somewhere.
Also, just randomly linking back to Corbin. John Cena pulling out the end of days.
Yeah, well, he pulled out everything, didn't he?
But the end of days.
So he's been doing a lot of that, and then they've the commentators have put references on. He did an edge spear. Did you see that one?
Yeah, and they called it Roman.
Yeah, he's literally in the corner doing that, doing the fucking edge taunts and everything, and like made famous by Roman Reigns, the big dog. It's like, 1 minute. First of all, he ain't been the big dog for years. Secondly,
here's where it's the next level. You ready?
Go on.
So, it's a callback to one of his greatest rivals ever, Capital Punishment. That's what he's doing, the FU, the S5 and the SDF.
Who? What?
Truth?
Yeah.
Punk Truth? Punk. So he's homage to Truth, he's doing the FU, the 5 knuckle shuffle, the SDF.
Fuck off. Right, okay, cool. John Cena turned heel and won 17th World Championship WrestleMania 41. I'm not even sure if I put down that he came back face. Because I don't think I put much about SummerSlam on here. I'll put Brock Lesnar's back. But yeah, we'll get onto that in a minute. Seth Rollins, Alliance, Paul Heyman, Bron Breakker, and Bronson Reed, which I think's 4 good talents, like including Paul Heyman. I think that's a great fucking stable.
Missing one.
And Becky Lynch has just recently joined. Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins and Naomi both won. I haven't even put about Naomi being pregnant on here. That's the last time I updated this. They both won the world titles. Seth still has it, and Naomi has just given it up. I don't think there's a new champion yet, if I'm not correct.
Don't think so.
So Stephanie Vaquer was meant to be fighting her at Clash in Paris, but then that got cancelled because of Naomi's pregnancy. And I don't know what they're doing with it now.
Yeah, no.
So Vacant still holds the title. Fair play. WWE buys AAA. And then my next quote under that is Mr. Iguana, question mark, question mark, question mark. Because at this point, I didn't have a fucking Scooby what was going on with this fella called Mr. Iguana. You reckon? We're going to podcast here, mate.
WWE Championship. You've got me wondering about the Women's Championship now.
I don't know why they wouldn't just give it to Steph. I suppose she needs to earn it, but just give it to Stephanie.
Yeah, it's vacant. So why did I just see something saying that fucking Tiffany Stratton's got it?
Oh, she's got SmackDown, ain't she?
That's why. But I then saw that Bailey had it. So I was like, eh?
She was involved with the IC.
Yeah,
I
know.
They got IC in US now, ain't they, as well?
Yeah. Yeah, anyway.
I got
Mr. Iguana.
Yeah, Mr. Iguana. I just put question mark, question mark, question mark. A great wrestler, like actually really good wrestler, but he's got a gimmick which is very limiting. He's gonna sell a lot of merch, and that's why WWE loves him. But
I feel like again he's just Mexican Santino Marella.
Yeah, without a doubt. Mercedes Moné.
What I will say though,
okay.
Sorry to put you up again. He also did bring out, other than the Iguana, he did end up making one of my favourite moments of this wrestling year.
Go on.
When Finn Balor brought out Demonita.
And it was on their WWE store within about half an hour.
Of course it was. Fucking marketing brilliance. But when that little puppy come out, I was like, that's really fucking cute.
Mercedes Moné, belt collector, new Ultimate Dragon. She's just, she's killing it. But fair play, she's earning a lot of fucking money. I can't see her back in WWE for a little while. She will be back, but she will be back, I reckon. But it'll be a while. And she's doing her thing at the minute in AEW. I think does she? No, she doesn't have an AEW title. She has. Does she have? Yeah, she does. She has the TBS title, the second one. But yeah, she has belts all over the place, including like one in Barnsley and fucking like it's. she's got belts everywhere. She's got belts everywhere. To some sad news, Sabu passing away. Respectfully, the fact that he survived this fucking long is mental. And he was only wrestling a couple of weeks before against Joey Janela in that same sort of match.
The man never quit.
Yet again, though, like what we said about Ozzy Osbourne earlier, he went down doing exactly what he loved. Like fucking, he amazing guy. Like amazing wrestler. Interviews I've seen of him as well, fucking funny as fuck. Obviously, weren't a big promo guy, but interviews he's so good, so good.
Yeah.
And also WWE wise, I never watched too much ECW, but WWE wise, when they came in for that pre-stint, his match against Rey Mysterio at One Night Stand in 06, was it?
I think so.
When Rob Van Dam beat John Cena. That show. Amazing match. Shit finish. Really shit finish. But amazing. Really good match up until the finish. The match ended, mate. Let me just tell you this quickly in case you have forgotten. The match ended. A Sabu match ended in a double. Like they both couldn't continue.
Yeah, it was a no contest. I remember.
Both couldn't continue. Sabu jumped, done his like rope thing, and he DDT'd Rey Mysterio through a table, and they couldn't continue apparently. This man once cut his arm open, and then taped it together.
Right, I'm just looking now at the on the random tangent, the card for One Night Stand 06. Ridiculous.
I remember it briefly.
Nostalgia card, ridiculous.
I remember it briefly. Was Benoit Guerrero that year? Or was it the year before? Oh no, Guerrero died in 05. No, it wouldn't have been. Sorry.
This was opening match.
Was Go on.
I'll give you a hint. It's 2 commentators now.
Oh, it was Taz Lawler. Yeah.
Yep. Second match was Angle versus
Orton. Yep. Give me one wrestler. I bet you'll get the other one. Like literally, that's how much I remember that card.
Third match was a tag match.
Give me one team. Oh, was it Edge and Thing? Was it that match? Oh, okay, go on.
One of the wrestlers was super crazy.
Was that tag match? Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it must have been a year before. Was Tajiri in that match?
Yeah, him and Tajiri versus
Nuncio. And
not that name.
Lil Guido. Was it Mamaluke?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
The match you just mentioned, Ray and Sabu,
Ray and Sabu.
which actually was for the World Heavyweight title.
Yep.
Then we had a hardcore match.
Tag team match
or mixed.
Oh, it was a 3v3 in the end, wasn't it? Yeah, Edge and that's one of my favorite matches as well. Actually, Edge and McFoley v Funk, Edge McFoley and Lita v Foley, v Funk Dreamer and was it Beulah?
It was the Lulu McGillicuddy,
Yeah.
Semi-main had Balls Mahoney in it.
Or it was the fucking awful chair shot. Did Balls Mahoney win the match?
He did. And he went against an absolute unit. It was Extreme Rules match.
Yeah, I remember the chair shots, but I can't remember who he was against. Who was he against?
He was a former tag partner with Mahoney back in the day.
No, I'm not gonna get it, mate.
Masato Tanaka.
Oh, see, his match with Awesome the previous year was fucking unreal.
And then main event was Van Dam versus Cena, where
Edge came back. Yeah, Edge came in.
In the biker helmet and it.
Yeah.
What was that? 05?
05, Awesome Tanaka had a really good match. Guerrero Benoit. Dudley's v Sandman and Dreamer was the main event.
That was, yeah. Mike Awesome Tanaka, Benoit, Guerrero.
What was the Tajiri match that year? Was that a triple threat? Tajiri, Super Crazy, Nuncio?
It was Tajiri defeated. No, sorry. Super Crazy beat Tajiri, who for some reason had the Sinister Minister and Mikey Whipwreck with him. And Little Guido, who had Big Guido, Tracy Smothers, JT Smith, and Tony Marmaluke with him.
Yeah.
Fucking Ray beat Psychosis that year.
Did Danny Doring have a match that year?
No.
Ah.
Sabu came out with RVD and Bill Alfonso to fight Rhino.
That's when RVD was injured. RVD got injured just before the card.
And the opening match was Lance Storm beating Chris Jericho. And Lance Storm had Dawn Marie with him.
Yeah. Because I think Storm had left the company by that point. And I think he'd come back just for that event.
Oh my god, was it? Oh, was that when it went to Thingy? No, it was a Thingy. There was an 07 one.
Yeah, that was that Jeff Hardy Umaga show? IC title? No, it must have been like a year after, I think.
There was one in 08 as well. So this was Santino Masters.
Fucking fuck off.
This is ECW One Night Stand.
Oh, mate.
RVD versus Randy Orton in a stretcher match. CM Punk and the ECW Originals.
Oh, fuck off.
Which was Sandman and Tommy Dreamer versus the New Breed, which was Elijah Burt, Matt Striker, and Marcus Corvon.
Monty Brown, yeah.
The Hardys defeated the world's greatest tag team in a ladder match.
Mm-hmm. I do remember that match, actually. I remember the Hardys coming down.
Kane and Mark Henry.
When Kane was ECW champion? Was that when Kane was ECW champion?
Nope.
Oh, okay. It must have been just afterwards.
The ECW championship was for next, and it was Bobby Lashley versus the ECW champion, Mr. McMahon.
Oh my god!
In a street fight.
That was when Umaga was involved and Shane McMahon was involved. Yeah. Oh my god!
After this, they had a pudding match, which was it was Melina versus Candice Michelle.
Nothing says ECW like Melina v Candice Michelle.
Then Edge versus Batista in a steel cage match.
ECW Originals.
And then the main event of the ECW night was John Cena versus the Great Khali in a Falls Count Anywhere match. I'm scared to look at 08. Yeah,
don't worry about it, mate. So Cody, Adam Pacitti steps down from Goldholic. That's on my list. Oh, fucking hell. Cody Rhodes and Jay Cargill, King and Queen of the Ring. Hulk Hogan passed away. What are we gonna say about that? You got to remember. This podcast, we're looking at the wrestler rather than the thing, rather than.
It's like, I am so sorry that Hulk Hogan has passed away.
Yeah.
I could not give a fuck that Terry's passed away.
Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. Seth Rollins was apparently injured. Injury was fake. Cashed in Money in the Bank.
That was amazing.
After CM Punk beat Gunther. In a good match. CM Punk's actually been a world champion in WWE in 2025.
He's had such a good year.
Oh yeah. Brock Lesnar's back.
I don't know how to feel.
He is still in the case, an ongoing case.
That's what I don't know enough.
Yeah.
About the proceedings and what's going on and what's been found and not found and whatever to make a judgment on it. I just think it's a very risky PR move at the minute.
Yeah, without a doubt. But he's going to make money, so I suppose that's what they care about.
Yeah. But is it worth it?
Yeah, exactly. Raja Jackson.
Cunt.
There you go. Cool.
Grow up, little boy.
There you go, little boy. Jake Hager went on a rant on Tony Khan. Did you see about this?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. So he had an interview. I think it was with Chris Van Vliet. I think it was.
Might have been basically saying that he's a little kid that knows nothing.
Yeah, he's a fan. He's a fan running the wrestling company, which is most people's dream. But this guy's made it a reality because his dad's got money. So.
Speaking of which, if you want to see two fans run wrestling companies better than Tony Khan, we've got a TEW game coming soon.
Very soon, coming to YouTube. Very, very soon. Yeah. Jake Hager went off. Did you see that he threw FTR under the bus?
No, I didn't see the full bits of it.
So he mentioned in the interview, it was like there was a time when Tony Khan. There was a boys' meeting where we was all in the meeting, and Tony Khan walked into the meeting uninvited, and said, "Right, we need you three to go out there. You three to go out there. You're gonna have a 6-man tag. It's gonna be 6 minutes long." And he was talking to Sting. So he was talking to Sting and like a few of the main events, Darby Allin, like a few of them lot. So Jake Hager sort of apparently piped up and was like, we're not like, you can't talk to Sting like that. Said that sort of thing, and then in the interview he was like, FTR didn't step in, they didn't do this, they didn't do this. Dash, one of them from FTR shared a text on Twitter between Jake Hager and themselves saying, "We wasn't even in that meeting, what are you doing?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." He's like, I didn't, he goes, "I did say might have been. Like, you might have been there. You might have been doing this. I didn't say it was definitely you." And he was like, "Well, you've literally like put our names out there."
Yeah.
We went back and forth. Jake Hager went back on his word so quickly with what he said about FTR. It was like, because Dash Wilder, is that his name? Oh shit, that might be his WWE name. It was. Yeah, Dash Wilder. What was his name now? Cash Wheeler. So him now, he got done recently, didn't he, for having a gun? He got Jake Hager stepped back. He's gone out, mate. I'm sorry. Sorry, Mr. Marinakis. But yeah, like fully went back on his word. AJ Lee returns to WWE. That's the biggest news coming out very recently. Should have been the Rumble, but they had plans for Charlotte to win anyway. So I wouldn't have wanted AJ to come back if she wasn't going to win. So I get that, and she's come back at the perfect place. She's got a first match announced as well at WrestlePalooza. Her and Punk v Rollins and Lynch. Both titles on the line. Are they going to make AJ lose her first match back? So AJ Lee's going to be champion in her first match back, and Punk's going to be world champion again.
My only issue with the whole coming back was she weren't wearing Chuck Taylors. I've said this to you off screen as well. Like, it's just annoying me, man. Like, they've got. I know, obviously, thinking, but they've brought them back, and they've brought back the high knee ones as well. They literally could have done it.
Yeah.
But I get it. Like, Vans looked all right, but it's like childhood AJ Lee. Like, again, she's small, pretty, and Latina. I told you I had exceptions.
And the last bit of news I got, Matt Riddle. No show.
It was a charity event, man.
No show the charity event. He's put out a message out there saying it was a lack of communication. He agrees to do X, Y, and Z. And done. Finished. He didn't actually post anything else after that, did he? No, he did. What he actually done was he then went on a full on tangent where he started talking shit about the Me Too movement. He literally could have won the whole argument if he just left it at that first video. I obviously don't understand his mindset. But
I'm still signing him for TEW.
Well, no, fair play, yeah, I would. But you've currently got Chris Masters as your main event, mate. Like, you ain't got a choice. And by the way, can we just say, by the way, Matt Riddle no-showed an event to face Simon Miller.
Simon kick his ass.
But
I know he's ex-UFC and he'll probably destroy you, but I know.
But he did get Grado as a replacement, so
that is a big up.
So fair play. And Grado did say that he found out about on the I think it was like a day before the event, and he travelled from Scotland to Barnsley for the event. So fair play to him.
In like 5 hours. I would also say, see how good of a promoter I am for my talent.
What, TEW again?
Yeah.
Right, lads. Grado was Con's first pick for TEW. All right. Yeah. Come see him job to New Jack.
He's just got to pass the drug test, yeah.
He didn't pass it. I was going to tell you that much for free. Right, wrestling in 1997. We're going to move straight on. So I've got a few matches that I've looked on, cage match, and just seen, like, mainly for the Japanese wrestling, because I ain't going to obviously watch every Japanese fight. This was when Mizawa Kobashi was still fucking up All Japan. Kawada was there as well. Jun Akiyama was there. There's loads of matches which have all four of them in. Akira Tao as well. There is so many matches from that era that I need to watch. And I've watched previous ones from pre-96. I've actually caught up with the wrestling. From pre-96, it's not like the movies. I've actually watched as much as I'm going to watch pre-97. So I've decided everything with that. And then we'll go on to the Hall of Fame in a moment. Because I want to talk to you about a few of the matches that I've removed from the Hall of Fame that you might disagree with. ECW. I've wrote down a few notes for that. We've got Terry Funk beat Raven to become ECW World Champion in 97. Sabu then won the world title by beating Terry Funk in a barbed wire match. Shane Douglas won the title, beating Sabu and Terry Funk in a triple threat. Bam Bam Bigelow beat Shane Douglas, and then Sabu beat Bam Bam Bigelow to win ECW World title back. So they are 5 matches that I am going to watch. I haven't done it yet, but I am going to watch them. Moving over to New Japan. Mainly cruiserweight. Sorry, not cruiserweights. What are they over there? The what are they called over there? Junior, yeah, junior heavyweights, yeah. So Jushin Thunder Liger, Ultimate Dragon was a match that I need to watch, which I can already tell is gonna be fucking amazing. Jushin Thunder Liger v Shinjiro Otani, and Jushin Thunder Liger v Koji Kanemoto. Wow, I'm gonna get cancelled just by saying these fucking names. Best of Super Juniors as well. Something that I don't watch a lot of New Japan, but I do like watching the Super Juniors, especially when Ospreay was in it. El Samurai v Koji Kanemoto was the finals for that. Apparently a really good match, so I will be watching that as well. And I'll be giving my, if I think it's good enough, I'll mention it on the next podcast. WCW still around. Dean Malenko v Ultimate Dragon. Dean Malenko v Ultimate Dragon Cruiserweight title. Super Brawl, which is one of their bigger events. Main event, mate. Hollywood Hogan.
I'm disappointed already.
V Roddy Piper.
No.
I'm not gonna watch that. I'm not gonna give it the time of day. Yeah. I think that says a lot about where WCW is going in that point. Going towards Spring Stampede, Rey Mysterio vs Ultimate Dragon was a match, so I'm going to be watching that. Main event was DDP v Randy Savage. It was definitely coming towards the end of Savage, yeah, definitely coming towards the end of him. And also at that event, just to let you know again where WCW was at, Kevin Nash faced Rick Steiner for the tag team titles.
Does that make sense? Yeah, sure.
I haven't looked into it. I'm assuming Scott Steiner or Scott Hall was injured. I'm assuming. But it's WCW. Who the fucking knows? Great American Bash, Savage v DDP again, but Falls Count Anywhere. Apparently that match was a lot better. So I'll be watching that. Bash at the Beach, Jericho v Ultimate Dragon is a match I need to watch. Full Brawl, Eddie Guerrero, Jericho. Halloween Havoc is the match. Halloween Havoc 97 is the match where the cruiserweights were made. Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, mask versus title. I've seen it before. I know it's top tier. I'm going to rewatch it just in case. I've also included Alex Wright versus Stephen Michael. Jacqueline. You remember Jacqueline?
I remember Jacqueline.
Versus Disco Inferno.
Oh, God.
Lex Luger versus Scott Hall. Both past their prime, arguably. And the main event. So good they did it twice. Roddy Piper versus Hollywood Hogan. Steel cage match. Non-title.
What's the point?
Because Piper won.
Yeah.
World War III, Eddie Guerrero faced Rey Mysterio Jr. again, and Scott Hall won the World War III Battle Royal. I'm pretty sure that's the one where they had the 3 rings. I will be watching that just for the bands. And now I've got Starrcade. Right. I've listed the whole Starrcade card here. Yeah, I said I was going to compare it to WrestleMania. You know what, actually? I'll leave it for a second. WWF. Royal Rumble. Austin won it that year. Shawn Michaels beat Psycho Sid for the world title in the main event. In Your House Final 4. I've seen this match as well. I know it was a great match. Bret Hart, Steve Austin, Undertaker, Vader. I know it's a great match. And I'm going to rewatch it again just in case. But I know it's a great match. Mania, spoilers, Undertaker won the world title. But after that, In Your House, Revenge of the Taker. Undertaker beat Mankind. Undertaker faced Mankind. Beat Mankind. And Steve Austin also faced Bret Hart on that as well from a rematch from Mania. Cold Day.
You've also missed Dave Knox in that year.
Go on.
Big up the Kuwait Cup. That Tiger Ali Singh won.
I must have missed that on my notes. In Your House, Cold Day in Hell. Undertaker faced Steve Austin. King of the Ring. Any idea who won it in 97? Was meant to have won it in 96?
Yep, it was Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Indeed, it was.
I know this shit.
Beat Mankind. Mate, we're just going through it.
I got you.
Beating Mankind in the final. Undertaker actually faced Farouk at King of the Ring.
It was, if I remember rightly, then he came out with like Savio Vega and fucking everyone.
It was an awful, awful match. The whole thing was awful. Canadian Stampede, Undertaker faced Vader. And there was also a 5v5 match at that event, which we spoke about Brian Pillman earlier. This is actually one of the matches Brian Pillman this year that I need to watch because I've been told it's really good. So it's Brett, Owen, Jim Neidhart, British Bulldog, and Brian Pillman against the super team of Steve Austin, Ken Shamrock, Goldust, and Legion of Doom.
I mean...
So I'm actually interested.
I mean, again, bad year for Brian Pillman, obviously, the man passed away.
Yeah.
Also, bad year for Stone Cold. 97, SummerSlam, you know what happened?
Owen Hart. I have that match written down as well. Steve Austin, Owen Hart, IC title. Where Austin won the match, even though he couldn't move.
No, that was annoying, but yeah.
And Bret Hart faced Undertaker in the main event at SummerSlam as well. In Your House, Bad Blood was the first ever Hell in a Cell match between Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. Classic match where Kane made his debut as well. And Survivor Series 1997, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart. I don't think we need to explain any more with that. But yeah, I'm gonna rewatch a lot of these matches. I've seen a lot of them before, but I'm gonna rewatch a lot of them just to get my more recent opinions on them. Starcade.
Right at the end of the year, before we go into
Go on.
Starcade in WWF, there was another tournament, and it weren't a bad little tournament. It was for the light heavyweight championship.
Okay, I knew you were gonna say that.
Do you remember who won it?
No. Was it?
Ah,
Was it? I don't know. What you're gonna say. I'll be honest. Uh,
absolutely. Okay, let me just say this: Suzuki Gun,
Taka.
Kamishinoku.
Ah, Taka Michinoku. Nice. Okay. Yeah, Taka Michinoku.
Yeah,
I'm guessing Aguila was in it in the tournament, or S. Rios.
that's a good question. Let me try and find out who was actually in it because that's a little bit ago. Light heavyweight championship. It was at the In Your House. So it was Aguila, Super Loco, Takamishinoku, Devon Storm, Scott Taylor, Eric Shelley,
Taylor.
Brian Christopher, and Flash Flanagan.
So two cool was in it. Fucking hell. Scott Taylor and Scotty Dwight and Grandma Sexton. Go on, lads. Right. Starcade. So it starts off good. Eddie Guerrero over Dean Malenko Cruiserweight. I want your reactions to this because this is a fucking funny card. Then we had NWO, which was Randy Savage, Scott Norton, and Vincent, otherwise known as Virgil, against Ray Traylor, Big Boss Man, and the Steiners. Then had Bill Goldberg versus Stephen Michael. Then had Perry Saturn, known just as Saturn at that point, versus Chris Benoit. So you had Eddie Guerrero over Dean Malenko, and you had Saturn v Benoit on this card. Buff Bagwell v Lex Luger. US title, DDP v
No,
Kurt.
I've just realised what year this is.
DDP v Kurt Hennig.
No, I don't want to go anymore.
The next match is a Control of
This
WCW.
match?
This is
Yeah.
what I saw. This is what I saw earlier, man. I was like, "You wait."
No,
Control of WCW.
no.
Special
Yeah.
ref Bret Hart. Larry Zbyszko versus Eric Bischoff.
Larry Zbyszko winning that as well, man.
Arguably not as bad as the main event, which was Sting versus Hollywood Hogan. Yeah.
You know what? I've just looked at the times here. The Larry Zbyszko match nearly went as long as Sting versus Hogan.
I'm not surprised.
That's
not surprised.
crazy.
Compare it to Mania, which had one of the greatest matches of all time on it. We have got Billy Gunn versus Flashpunk. Flashpunk. That wasn't the match, by the way. Headbangers versus Doug Furness and Philip Lafon. I won't lie, I don't know who that is. The Godwins and the New Blackjacks. Rocky Maivia.
Camam Express.
Sorry?
That was Camam Express.
Oh, not a clue.
That's okay.
Rocky Maivia versus Sultan. So the Rock versus Rikishi before it even happened. For the IC title. Hunter Hearst Helmsley versus Goldust. Owen Hart and British Bulldog versus Mankind and Vader for the tag titles. Match of the year. Bret Hart versus Steve Austin. No holds barred. Double turn. Yeah, double turn. Great match. Ahmed Johnson and Legion of Doom versus Nation of Domination, which was crushed the white guy. Farouk and Savio Vega in a Chicago street fight. And in the world title match, Undertaker versus Psycho Sid.
Probably one of his worst Mania matches, in my opinion.
Some of the early ones were definitely worse.
Oh, yeah, but I'm on about one of. Obviously, immediately Giant Gonzalez comes to mind.
Giant Gonzalez, his match with Snooker weren't great. Bundy weren't great.
Yeah. But this one I weren't a big fan of. But again, as much as, you know, a lot of people liked him, I was never a huge Sid fan.
No, yeah, I wasn't.
I just didn't think he was that great. Even Lex Luger, to me, which is not he.
No, yeah, I agree. I do agree with you. Moving on to the Hall of Fame. So, there's a lot of matches that I added previously that I've since realised wasn't actually as good as what I first thought. So, you got the dog collar. The earliest match was the dog collar match, which was between Roddy Piper and Greg Valentine, which was obviously huge for its day. Watching it now, and it's what people would call as real wrestling. It's a stare down with strikes and blood. It's literally half the match is them staring each other down, like with the collar, which looks fucking amazing. Yet again, at the time, sure, but it's a stare down. It's a stare down and it's punches, and that's literally it. And sure, you might like that, but I don't think it's good enough. A few of the old Starcade matches, the NWA Starcade, Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes in 1984, I have removed. Ric Flair vs Sting at Clash of Champions 1 is a match that cage match especially loves. It's a lot of sleeper holds. It's a lot of laying down. Flair Steamboat, they had a trilogy. I've kept one of their matches in the Hall of Fame. The other two I've removed. Mainly, there's a 2 out of 3 falls match which it just dragged. It might have been because I'm watching it on a pixelated screen because that's all they had then, but it just dragged.
Yeah.
Hogan v Savage was a match that I liked, but not a lot of people did. I watched it again. I just don't feel like it was good enough. I actually prefer, and a match that is in the Hall of Fame, yet again, people won't agree with me, Savage DiBiase, Mania 4, the tournament main event. You know, WrestleMania 4 was a full tournament.
Yeah.
Savage DiBiase in the final. Hogan got involved right at the end to make it about him. Andre was at ringside making it all DiBiase, but Savage had 3 fights. The underdog story for that one match was unbelievable, and Savage was so good at that time. Like, he's at his game, yeah. He was so good, and DiBiase played literally he played his part really well as well. I've said that. Ric Flair, Terry Funk. There was 2 matches that I had in it originally. I've removed them both. One was an I Quit match, which, yeah, again, it was a lot of strikes. It was a lot of nothing. It was chops, feet, just punches. There was a Punk interview recently. Have you seen CM Punk's interview about Terry Funk? So he idolizes Terry Funk, and he goes, they was talking about who's the stiffest person you've been with, you've been in a ring with, and Punk went Terry Funk, and he was like, I never understood how his punches look so good. And he's like, it's because they're real. Did you realise yeah. he's like, it's because it's real. Bret Hart, Mr. Perfect. It's a match back in the day I really loved. I really enjoyed it. It was SummerSlam 91, I think it was. I haven't actually got it written down. I don't know why I didn't write it down. That's another one which just had a lot of rest period. It was a longer match, but it was just a lot of rest period. Savage Flair at Mania, I've removed that as well. I just feel like it's got a lot of needless selling, but yet again, it's got Savage and Flair. They're both Ziggler's. They're both like the Ziggler probably based most of his shit on them. Like Sting, Cactus Jack, I remove. This is one I mentioned to you the other day. British Bulldog Bret Hart. It's a good match, but now I know the story with Bulldog where he was off his nut during the match. Now I'm watching it. It's so noticeable. Like it's one of the things that now I know. I can see. He hasn't got a clue what's going on. He goes to the outside for a minute just to walk around the ring. Like, because he don't know where he is. Like, it wasn't selling. He was on top. He was on top of Bret Hart, and he got out of the ring and just walked.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but also you can argue that's a testament to how well Bret worked the match.
Absolutely.
And the ref calling the spots.
Absolutely. And if I was judging this based on singular performances, sure, Bret Hart deserves to be in. But it's the match as a whole. Flair versus Vader at Starrcade, really good underdog. Flair was a great underdog in that match. But the biggest pop of the match from the crowd, because the crowd were dead, the biggest pop was the referee pushing Hardy Race, who was managing Vader. That was it. That was literally it. And Flair won with roll up.
Yeah.
Like, there is matches in here which have roll up wins. Savage Steamboat Mania 3. Yeah, that was a roll up win. But that was, even on second viewing, third viewing, it's an amazing match.
I've just realised, since one performance on its own can't go in there, I'm never going to get Shawn Michaels in there for his match against Hulk Hogan at SummerSlam, am I?
I think you are. I like that match. I really like it. It's an absolute shit show, but I reckon that's probably going in.
That's what I love it. We just again shithousery.
That
mentioned it all.
That show is just amazing. Like Ray Eddie as well. Like
Vicky, where the fuck is he?
Ray Eddie. I'm pretty sure that was no, it might have been here before actually. Never mind. That was the Edge Matt Hardy match, where it was just after.
Was it the late? I think.
Yeah. That match ended early because Matt Hardy overshot a jump in the corner, and he hit his head on the corner on the turnbuckle, and he just started bleeding profusely.
I vaguely remember that.
I can't remember what the main event was that year actually. Cena.
Main event was Hogan Michaels.
Oh, was it really? Who was Cena against?
Before that, Cena Jericho. They weren't even second main. Second main was Batista JBL.
Okay, Okay. That was just after the draft, yeah, because Cena went to Raw. Okay, yeah. What was removed?
Jesus, I've just realised what that time period was.
Go on.
I've just looked at the card. Benoit defeated Orlando Jordan for the United States Championship
Is that the
in
one?
25 seconds.
I bet say, is that the one that ended straight away? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that period where him and Old Jordan was. I'll tell you another good one. It's nothing to do with this. Do you remember the series of matches that Benoit and Booker T had back and forth? Oh, that was so good.
And then John Cena and Booker T done it as well. They did it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that time period because that's also going to be just after SmackDown 6 and shit like that. And I'm looking forward to rewatching some of that.
Great time. And about John Cena, what we didn't get to mention, John Cena actually appeared in an open challenge recently.
Against Sami Zayn.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it. I just saw Brock came back.
You knew it was going to end that way. But
yeah.
again, no little thing that, Sammy started his open challenge and he's turned around in the ring and said, I'm going to start it. And Cena goes, okay, I'll leave the ring. He goes, no, come back, you.
Yeah. I was thinking when I heard about it, I was like, how did Sammy beat him? And then I found out the ending and I was like, all right, cool.
Cena ain't losing that. If Cena loses that, then.
Well, if Cena lost that, how is he then going to face Lesnar? Like, and have a chance of. I know we're talking about wrestling. How can wrestling be real? We're talking about how can he then fight Lesnar and realistically win? Like that sort of thing.
Or again, as much as I know the fought since he came and he murdered Cena.
Yeah.
I can't realistically see.
Yeah. Are you talking about Lesnar when he won the title?
Suplex City.
Oh, right. I was talking about the 2012 match. Lesnar's return.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about that match.
I've just realised as well on that SummerSlam card route, because I've still got it open at the side. Kurt Angle fought Eugene.
Oh, the
Olympic medal.
Yeah, I remember that. Eugene beat him, didn't he? Like before that, he might not have beat him on that card. Yeah. Eugene's SummerSlam cards, by the way, were fucking ridiculous. I think in 04 he faced Triple H, and then in 05 he faced Angle. Like, how was this guy pushed that much, man?
Because Nick Dinsmore could wrestle.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, definitely. Last few matches that I removed: Shawn v Jeff Jarrett, Shawn v Vader, Shawn v Mankind. I removed a few that were good, but yeah, again, weren't great.
You kept Shawn versus his demons.
They're still there. They're still there somewhere. So the wrestlers that have been removed from it, that was originally in it: Greg Valentine for that match earlier, Dusty Rhodes, Dean Malenko, Rey Mysterio, Terry Funk, Sting, Mr. Perfect, British Bulldog, Jeff Jarrett, Vader. They've all been removed for now. Obviously, they're going to have matches in the future, which are probably going to be up for it. But for now, they're all gone from the Hall of Fame. I'm not going to go with the ones that are still in it yet. Again, if you do want to see Discord, come and see. But yeah, that is a very long version of the podcast. That is going to be. The future ones will not be as long as this. This is just a massive catch up. And yeah. So just to go over a few things quickly, I've got written down here any future events. I've got nothing planned. I need to do a 12-hour stream still because Tom renewed it fucking ages ago, and I still need to set a time and date for it, which I just haven't got at the moment. But I do need to sort that out. Games plans for stream, Valo. I need to finish Tales from the Borderlands. I do need to finish that at some point. But at some point. Yeah. I did say to you before I was going to do a shout out to new Discord members, but I feel like people keep leaving and joining and leaving and joining.
Okay.
You know what? Since the last podcast, Dave, Cherry, Maya, Alicia, big up you lot. And yeah, that's it. That is it for the podcast. Hopefully you've all enjoyed. If you're listening to Spotify, give us a follow on now. If you're on YouTube, sub as always. Yeah, you can find Con over at twitch.tv/split_Conodom. Find me in the socials, all the links down below. Con's link will be there as well. Yeah, YouTube, Twitch, Insta, TikTok. I don't post on there anymore, but still. And Discord. Follow the Discord. Join the Discord. Yeah, again, don't be a dickhead, but come in, join, have fun. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you for the next one. Bye-bye.
Buggies!
Stop the fucking recording!